Over 26. This is the Brunch Club. Over 26. Welcome back to the mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.
Cannot see. Wait, which live is this? Am I watching the wrong stream? Oh, we're back actually. Did Obinna leave? Oh, just then we usher too. Don't worry, the lights are coming back. Do not worry. Yeah, the lights are coming back. There we go. Wagwan wadau. Wagwan. Wait, who knows how to do the intro? Wagwan wadau. See, we do. Are we not doing the intro? For Trimenami. Yeah, so Wagwan wadau.
Wagwan.
Wagwan wadau.
Wagwan.
Yeah. There's something. Those are your headphones? I mean, it's someone's phone. Ah, okay. Ya dada ndionja. Hey, guys think it check. Token Elisha. I'm gonna token Elisha. Wait, so we've been running
For 3.5 now.
almost 5 hours. We began at 7.
Kwani nsanga kai watch yangu ipani.
It's almost 11:15.
Yes, 4.5 hours.
Yes, you know, some almost 5 hours.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. Kwani Majimoto Malik. Oh. Danke.
Did some bring my lemons?
Oh, wait. You ordered for lemons?
Nilimtuma kitambo gani even paid?
Yeah. Can you share? Because I think I'm also nimeanza struggle
now. Ambia na kutengeneze ndimu.
Hey, kwani if you're a sore loser, then why did you take up a challenge?
Ambia bina kubakunulia kulete ndimu.
You could have just cooked better.
Kutengeneza ndimu.
Obinna, come talk to your missus. Atuongeleshe juu ameshindwa. I'm like, why did you take up the challenge?
Sisa Obinna ndio tamu. Obinna wapatie ndimu. Hebu uliza sasa ndimu yangu iko wapi?
Sasa unajua 3 men amini wengi. What next? Ni mbogi.
What's up, baby?
Si ndimu za vitu zako ndio tamu. Ambia kupe ndimu.
Ukatauza usoro. Vitu zangu ndio tamu hizi.
Zako ndio tamu.
Ndimu.
Okay, asante.
Wait, can I please get some juice?
Asante. Yes, as well.
Yeah.
Yes, very cold.
Tough. Half juice, half water.
Same.
Vitu zangu leo ni zangu. Kila mtu ajitegemee.
Wagwan wadau.
How are you doing, Mariah?
Yo, sasa nimeambiwa.
Question. Jurist. Unaangalia the visual?
Hey, wapi ile yenye tumefungwa?
Si umwambia hata akupatie. True Christ. Sorry, Jesus.
Si wategemei leo mkwende huko.
Okay. Hizo funguliwa manze. Acha ukuje uongee na mtoto wa Daudi.
Besti wa Bene.
Bene. Okay. Even my lips are dry quick.
Nikuje nikae hapa ndo karibiana.
Mmemosha mikono zenyu na sabuni.
Sabuni?
Haitoki.
Harufu ya omena ni
sabuni. How do you even wash this hands? Nimeosha na ile hand wash, nimeosha na ile sabuni ya vyombo.
Haitoki.
Sasa ni mental.
Hey. Danke. Thank you. So many again lazima nitumeke ulimi.
You're not moisturizing your hands venye umeparara.
Wallahi mwanaume ni kuparara.
Ai.
We'll be running something soon.
Yeah. Without revealing too much. Obinna, what's the rest of your Friday like for real?
Yeah?
What is the rest of your Friday like?
I'm gonna watch a movie with my kids.
Aww.
There's a movie we were supposed to check it out.
Like just in the crib?
Yes.
So Fridays they can stay up late.
So normally when it's holiday,
Yeah.
when it's holiday wanalala midnight. Siku za shule wanalala 9.
Okay.
Yeah, so sayara walikuwa na watch actually.
Oh, the live.
Ndio tunaenda nikwambia I don't know if they're still watching now, but nikwambia naenda kupika omena. Wapi?
So this is the time they're watching from the crib.
Yeah, they're watching from the crib.
That's fine. What
Check it out, karibu tuchomeke.
I know, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
I have
Wait,
water already.
so
That's just juice. I have water already.
Funny, how does the system work?
Like mine in one glass, half water, half juice.
Si nini usayo kwa
Thanks.
watu wa CBC.
Oh,
CBC ni ngumu.
Yeah.
So mnajenga volcanoes.
And making voodoo dolls.
Wait, which one did you guys make? A voodoo doll.
Okay.
Unatokanga job umechoka hivyo alafu unaambiwa daddy tujenge volcano.
Speak on your mic.
Tumetengeneze dolly na socks. What do you mean?
Wait, so when you make those things, are like ziko examined like unapatiwa marks based
Yeah, they're graded.
so that means the teacher is also ukiangusha mtoto unaweza angusha mtoto marks.
Yeah.
No, but nowadays they are graded on effort. It's not even about ati
Oh, really?
Okay,
because
okay.
kuna maparo wengine ni motero. Imagine babako ni carpenter.
Unaambiwa make a table.
Yeah. Okay,
true.
Tuambie mwalimu dada
Ni
kwa
yeah.
yeah, naangalia ati next year no rutu. No rutu. Unajua rutu
The
ile
instrument.
ile.
So how do you make a note?
You look for that kimbo. Okay. Hey.
It's fine.
Kasuku okopo kama hii.
So,
Let me explain with this. So you take something like this, unatoboa hapa na hapa. Then you put a stick through. Then your stick ina come, then unafunga uzi, then uzi ina come na pita hapa juu.
I don't know if they can hear you. We forgot.
Si mic iko hapa chini.
Okay.
That's why I put it on my balls.
And it's a good mic, yeah.
No, it's
Yeah. Hopefully
a
your
very
balls can
good
hold.
mic.
Tunaweza endelea na
Mjanipea stand clear na kama orphan kwa hiki.
Wowzers.
We'll have a stand here, no?
Actually we can put this one
No,
there, sindo?
so we'll have a stand here, ama?
Sinaweza tantu hii mic.
Umekata?
Ama you can turn this one.
Mbona tuzitani mic?
Oh, ile hivi.
Si utani your mic basi.
Mbona tuzitani mic? No.
Si hata
Sinataka hapa. Sinataka tu hapa tu hivi.
Weke katikati ya miguu.
Kwa tu hapa.
Ama hivyo.
Sawa.
Sawa.
I got you, man. Kwenda wasiwasi.
Sounds like a very
I'm sorry.
Yes, there you
Right
go.
there. Finally, someone cares about me in this show,
There
man.
you go.
Yeah.
sounds like something Mariah.
The Omena judges hata wakujali.
Yeah, ni vile tu you already connect subtitle.
Wait, yeah, so you're explaining something.
Yeah, I was telling you how to make onorutu. Yeah. So now, think of it this way.
And this is an actual assignment.
Yeah, waliambiwa.
So question is, ikikuja hivi wanafaa kurudi nayo asubuhi.
Exactly.
So you
And
make
then-
it overnight.
Yes, now you have to look for all the blue band tins that are remaining in the house. Ama uende kutafuta kwa the dustbin. Ama mchukue mwemti zile ma peanut butter nini. So you can have those plastic containers because that's what brings the sound. Then utoboe. Then you know how many kids I got?
Exactly.
Una
How
make
many
oritis.
needs are? Mwambia hiyo kitu haiwezi. Yeah. Me,
Kama iwezi, what happens?
hakuna mi iko tu sawa. Tumeanguka because of kutengeneza rutu. Do I look like a giver? I'm not raising Orutu makers.
No, let me ask Obinna, if your kids are in the same
Yeah, my
class,
plan is not
if your kids are in the same class, let's
Two
say
of
for
them
example, sa homework hata ya CBC wanafanya mbili.
yes.
Ama you can just do one.
I was telling them the same thing. Hiyo ni yake, hiyo ni
Aye.
yangu. No books mimi na buy moja. Mimi ni old school.
Wanashare.
You see, in my house, I have one dictionary at Oxford. When the grade 9 one wants it, anaitumia. Hawa grade 6 wakianza wanatumia. Alafu niko na good news Bible mbili. So huyu akitumia hawa anatumia kwa lower. Golden bells ni moja.
Hiyo ni golden bell.
Yeah, it's a golden bell. You don't use it the same time. Come on. Hawa wanakuwa na sijui church house, sijui when, sijui the other time.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you something interesting. So in their school, there's this thing called Run for the Bible Less. So you guys basically...
Run for the Bible. Les.
Wewe alijaribu.
My point exactly. So,
Wangeita run for chucks.
yeah.
In fact, sprint for
Goya, did someone just call me Ogaboina?
Oh, you understand as well.
Ogaboina is crazy.
No, that's dope.
Yeah, so sprint for chucks.
Yeah, so you sprint for jump. So at the one, they run, then they raise some money, then they buy some Bibles, they take to the Bible-less people.
Our Bible lesson wanapatikana wapi?
I don't know.
My question is, so you walk around asking, do you have a Bible?
I don't know how they do it.
Bible-less.
So me, I tell my kids, hey, listen, this plan kidogo, I'm not supporting it because it involves begging. Then I'm Obinna. Some of the kids understood the assignment and they told their teachers kidogo dada amekata nini. Lola on the other hand, Lola always wants,
Lola alisema vile aliambiwa.
Lola wants to pull up and wants to help and she wants to be the highest collector of money. So where we're staying in the apartment, so Lola is knocking on doors, begging people for chums for the Bible thingy. So Miss Kumoja nime relax hivi. I don't know how the story came about in the house. Ati dad, I think it was Liron. Unajua Lola alikuwa naomba majirani pesa. Lola, ati nini? Si ni ile ya Bible-less. I'm like, but what did I say? Okay, umeomba nani? Niliomba nani akanipea 300.
Narudisha.
Bro, so I meet all my neighbors. I have the biggest car in the parking lot. They know all my kids.
Omena, but do we say?
Then kid wangu wako hapo.
And the kids are loud, so I'm sure
My
the
kids,
estate people know.
they know. And then now my kids are on the door. Ding, ding. Can you help us raise money for
the
the
Bible.
Imagine bana. And then they know me. Man, embarrassment. Nilikuwa zile umomba nani?
Ulienda ukapeana
Umomba
refund.
nani 300 tumrudishe 600.
Rudisha 600.
Bana alafu ameomba wote bana wamemnyima bana mtu mmoja analimpia so 3. Na imagine place tunaanza na A1 mpaka A9. So mimi naishi A9. So kutoka A1 mpaka A9 wote wamemnyima mtu mmoja analimpia so 3.
Wait, they went through all those houses.
Not all Lola.
Yeah, but
I had
you-
to call the
you
teacher. I
have-
was like, hey, mwalimu kidogo. Nikamwambia Lola, hiyo
But like you
mwalimu
said,
hiyo kitu.
see, nowadays CBC, they are judged by effort. So clearly,
Niambie, how many Bibles do you want Lola to come up with?
Yeah.
Then let's figure it out. We see if it aligns with what I'm trying to do at the moment.
Makes sense.
Ndachangia Biblia. Kama align nakwambia saizi kidogo.
Tough.
Tutanunulia mtu Biblia ama tutamnunulia chakula.
imagine.
Yeah, so because currently I'm building a house for Badman. Ule chokosha alikuwa na mabad.
Oh, nice.
Building a house for him uko Konza City. So tomorrow, I think when you do the courses for tomorrow zinazafika kwa Linton, and then I will figure out how to do the roofing.
Wow.
So that is priority for me now.
So akienda kuishi Kwanza City, hizi bad za Nairobi nini zitafanyika?
Si anaenda nazo. And then that place is a bit green. Si ana move nazo kwake.
He'll move with the birds.
Yeah, then also I'm planning to put for him chicken. Then I'm planning to rear goats there, so he'll be taking care of mine and his goats.
I love that.
So ile yenye, if I buy 20 goats and I'm like 3 are yours, then hizi 20 zikiza round 1 yangu, round 2 ni yako, round 1 yangu, round 2. So you always do like that.
That's fine.
Yes. Then also once in a while, let's say if I buy him like a small freezer, akichinja goat moja, unajua anaweza kulewa nyama for like 2-3 weeks. Yeah, then you have cereal. So you just plan for him on what to do. Yeah, so while he's doing that, I'm even thinking of taking another side, akitoka Rehab, stupid boy. Because of stupid boy, when he's from the Rehab, we don't want him to go back to Gota City.
True.
There's a lot of drug abuse and peer pressure on that side. Now we're living a maintain everything. So we want to change the environment for him. So maybe if he's ready, yes. If he's not ready, we'll figure it out.
Can I ask why you're doing that? All that?
No reason.
And where the connection, especially at Once and a Badman, like where did you guys connect to the level where
Okay.
Ulisema, you know what? Because this is your land you're building the house on.
Yeah.
It's land you own. You bought?
No, it's land we were given by UIP. So what happened is this. Last year, I did the first ever men's mental health awareness walk.
The work. I remember that.
Yeah. So Badman just came. That time after the Gen Z, Badman came. We had to do it at Uhuru Park, but what Okenaka vandalized Uhuru Park like a week before. So we switched to UKC, United Kenya Club, Ikotao. So Badman was in the audience somehow. And after having a good time, one man, we did a random Then one man won a piece of land from UIP Real Estate. They had partnered with us to give a piece of land. Then the CEO called Malika was like, oh, what else can we do? So somehow we came up with an idea. See, we also give Badman is here a piece of land atoke kwa street.
Yeah.
So he was given a piece of land. Then we were like, okay, so what are we going to do? So first, like, I think niolete pesi. Then tukaona huko ni mbali, tukamrudisha this other side. Then this side is a bit greener. That was like, so tumempea land, but what's going to happen? So I told people, let's build a house. And then Wakenya, oh, if it's not emergency and nobody's dying at the moment, we're going to mind our business. I was like, it's fine. So I started doing it single-handedly. And then Juicy, Team OBINNA funds raised, I think, 23,000. Omosho, how much was it? 23,600, somewhere there. From nowhere to Wakatumio Mosh. So Mosh is telling me, hey, I told me 23,000. So it's like, okay. So I'm going to add so equate 50. Then now we add some blocks of mine. Because lori moja block ni 29,000. Na sahi tumeenda ni lori ya tatu. Mosh, ni lori ya tatu sahi. Yeah. So I said, let me add so equate 50. Then now we do. So wanasukuma, so the mchanga, the everything, the fundis. Alafu fundi tulikuwa nao wa kwanza, wametunyorosha. We. Tulijenga nyumba 1 week. Hawajajenga hata course 2. Because you know we are here almost at almost.
Hey.
We're in the house bwana. So Omosh is operating remotely, anapiga simu. Imefika wapi? Tumesukuma, tuma picha, tunatuma picha. Wanatuma unaona hata course moja hajasonga. Omosh was there yesterday and today Nick is there. The way the progress, I'm just like wow. Na wale wasio walikuwa na camp. Tulikuwa nalipa fundi how much per day? 1200 per fundi. Alafu mtu wa mkono 600 na walikuwa mafundi wanne. Wakafanya 1 week hawajasongeza anything. Sasa kuna mafundi ni 3 kama ni 2. Ni fundi wanne bado. Yeah, but the progress they've done in 2 days, yesterday and today, I'm like, yo, yeah.
3 fundis.
It's 3 fundis. Yeah. We have 3 fundis. Then we have a motorbike guy there mwenye ana oversee the nini. So tukimaliza nyumba tutapiga perimeter fence, then we get into the farming, the livestock farming. At least akuwe na kitu anamkasubia anafanya, unapeleka mabuzi, unarudi nazo maybe akang'ombe here, then also pia anachunga akibuild nini yake. Let's see how it goes. Then we can put some chicken za kutoa eggs. So anaweza uza hizo eggs hapo kwa market, whatever. So it is something that we're trying to find a permanent solution for him. There is no reason to do it. I don't have a reason whatsoever. I'm just doing it. The same as Stupid
nice.
Boy.
Yeah.
Same. Me Stupid Boy nilikuwa naona video zake and I not met him before. I was like, hey man, when I see young guys losing direction, I always try to help mapema. Sometimes when it's too late, you're like, I wish. And more spend kusema I wish.
Yeah.
So when I saw Stupid Boy's videos, I was like, then King Fizo started reaching out. Oh, Stupid Boy tumfanyie hivi. King Fizo is my boy, son is a producer. Then I said, cool. Then him and Kipawa 254 come later. Then we took him to the orphanage and we told at the orphanage, Rehab. Yeah. So we went round in a couple of rehabs. Oh, Stupid Boy came to OBINNA show live.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes. And when we were talking, I was just like, man.
This is after those videos.
After those videos.
went viral.
And King Fizo told me, tumlete OBINNA show live. I was telling King Fizo, no, tusimlete OBINNA show live. I don't want to show him. Apana, mlete lab asaidike.
You didn't want to show him in that light.
Exactly. So King Fizo akamwambia, no, mlete tu watu wamsaidie. So nikamleta. OBINNA family, of course, we raised over, I think, 60 G's or something.
Wow.
So guys raised the money, so we started window shopping for rehabs. Hey, my rehabs ni expensive.
Yeah. How much does it cost? How do they charge? Like
60,
per month?
80, yeah.
Per month?
The minimum is 60 G's, but now they're 80, 120, 150, whatever. And a lot of rich families, their kids are there.
Yeah.
When I'm visiting, I was just seeing the people there. You see the cars in the parking lot. I'm like, where? Sometimes you think you're being kind to your kids. Ati baba, it's okay. Mimi, I lay the whip down. Like, brother, try. My son. You rule them with love and fear in equal measures.
Love and fear.
My son nikupate. So let me digress kidogo. So now when I'm coming here, so Ada's made a new friend where we stay. And so when I'm coming, Lola jumps in the lift with me and Dr. Stephanie. So they take me down to the basement. Then Lola anakuwa mushene. Dad, nikwambie. I'm like, hey, Lola na mushene. Ada, unajua kwa nini Ada amekuuliza kama kesho naweza na kwa supermarket. So Ada came and asked me, Dad, kesho naweza na kwa supermarket nini peke yangu? Nikamwambia sawa, haina shida. So unajua kwa nini amekwambia kwenda supermarket? I'm like, kwa nini sijui? Labda yeye na rafiki yake wanataka kwenda huko wa smoke shisha. Lola is telling now we for this thing. Yeah, Lola is 7. Nikasema, but you know, nimpate. That nigga, Lola kasema dead. Hey, they always say that nigga dead. They always know that. That nigga dead.
Lola mambo ya shisha anaona wapi kwa?
I don't know.
Na supermarket gani wanauza shisha?
No, like the supermarket is a decoy, but
It's a
wanaenda
decoy
kuvuta
for-
shisha.
So Lola is thinking of overdrive.
Okay.
Yeah. Ati unajua labda anataka kwenda uzivute shisha. I'm like, kijaribu. That nigga
You
dead.
didn't ask Lola learn about
No. You go with the flow. You go with the flow at the moment. So I digress
Lola
again.
alikuwa alfakiri siku.
Yes, again.
Lola video call. Like hapo ndo wapi Lola anaanza. Dad, nani ameleta alfakiri?
Alafu anawapoint na hiyo pipe. Moja pale.
Eti huko wanavuta shisha ina smell vizuri.
Yeah. So yesterday also we were watching Nani's show. Nimesahau Mama. Wow, really? It just went.
Mama online. Is it
No.
like-
It's a lady alikuwa anafanya kwa radio. Then akona mtoto wake mmoja anaitwa Nora. Mwingine akona behaviors za
The two girls and the
girls
one boy.
and the one boy.
Huyo mama, I know her.
Nimesahau
I know the mama you're
lady. She
talking
was on radio.
about.
She was a big person on radio.
I know the mama you're talking about.
Yeah. So we were watching the podcast yesterday. When I was just about to listen, I watch. So we watched 2 episodes. So the second one was the one we listen and we don't judge. So the boy is talking. So I'm sitting over there. My son is here and everything. The boy is talking. Huyo mama anatengeneza nywele ya... What's the name of the cat?
Like a small one.
They are Lola.
Huyo.
Yeah, anatengeneza nywele yake. Then Nora amekaa hapo kanda ya the boy. So amekaa, then the boy said, listen, we don't judge. We listen, Mom, you know that time when I told you I was doing what? Not coming for half term? We are Jerida and I. And I told Jerida and I. Yeah, that time I told you I was coming for midterm. You went, where? You sent me the money. I came to Nairobi. I didn't come home, then I went back. And we used to go to clubs. At night, I used to leave the club, go where? Lola is laying there. Lola is like,
Not on my watch.
And then Little now has base. Little's like, hey dad, haya. Mimi ningefanya hivyo maze misa ningekuwa nimedate. So the boy alikuwa na sneak out in the club, Westy. Then anarudi, sijui anafungwa gate, sijui anaingia, sijui kama make nafaa toke early morning. I think she was doing breakfast.
Yeah.
And then sijui anaingia, then sijui anatoka ni kama ametoka kujog, then mama anatoka, something like that. There's a time the boy said, I think he was 12 years old. 12 or 7, somewhere there. Ati alitoka, ati mami, remember that time nilikuja, ukanikelelesha nimetoka wapi nini? Ati we had gone to Nakuru with my friends. Brother was 7.
At 7 going to Nakuru with friends. That's
Wait,
crazy.
so who's driving at 7?
Hey.
How old are these friends? How old are these friends?
Like, who are you walking with?
So if these friends are licensed and they can drive, why are they going to Nakuru with a 7-year-old?
My point exactly.
Do what?
So we were watching with my kids, so I was
7.
about to leave. So tuliwatch nyingine alafu tukaanza kuwatch.
Nakuru 7.
Nakuru 7.
Ingekuwa nice episode tatu, regular episode.
So as when you're growing up, ulikuwa namba kama hauoni nyumba yetu umeenda mbali.
Honestly.
That was the rule.
Yeah, you have to always see.
See the house.
Hey,
So
see the house. So we're listening, so I'm looking at my kids over there, and they're looking at
you're
me.
gauging.
Yeah, no, yeah, they know me, man. So they're looking at me. So all
Hapa ni fear.
all the conversations they're saying, hey,
Ingekuwa mimi.
Aki huyo ana push. We even shot an episode of now analyze. So before the episode for We Listen Don't Judge, so when I just came before I left nikapata wana watch they were having a family meeting. Jerida and I, the 2 daughters and the son. I didn't know about the son. The last time I checked walikuwa tu the 2 daughters. Then I didn't know wamerelocate wameenda Maju.
The son has always been abroad.
Yeah, so miliona kwa Maju. So I'm like, hapa inaka Maju. Ati yeah, dad, so that's my boy. Hey, walienda. I'm like, and who's this guy? Oh, ni mtoto brother yao ni nini. So I'm dressing up kidogo nimeka hapo.
Yeah.
Na viatu nasikia story. So we started shooting. Walikuwa na kesi. So what we figured out, and even my kids were saying, nobody was listening to the boy. Watch that episode. The boy was raising valid points, but it was being watered down in the conversation. My son alikuwa anachemka. Like, dad, unaona. I'm like, yeah, man, I got you, man. I know the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then watoto wa Jerida ni makatoon. The tiny one
that small one
is Lola exactly, and then Nora is also another cranky. Ni makatuni yani mwenye Jerida mwenye anaangalia anataka kucheka lakini anakaza because inafaa gombane. I love the cameras are on. That boy is out there. Oh man. So yesterday we learned so much. By the way, you guys should go watch that podcast if you have a family. And also watch my kids' podcast. It's called The Obinnas. You learn a lot from when you see other people do it. You're like, oh, I can do this better. I can do this way. That is why people even watch this.
Yeah.
When you hear us talk, you hear us share our stories. We laugh, we joke and everything.
Yeah.
Pick something. Say, umsema nivuta kindukulu akakreki. Pick that one. But we make out wana kwa vibes. Mimi na mwat ananipa mwana. Hadi watu mjifunza nini hakuna mwana. Sasa ni pick Omena mtu ajalani kitu. Omena mwana. Sasa ni wachomeke.
Eti nimejifunisha nini Nakuru 7?
Do you know how many people are usually in the comments asking for my dealer's number?
But on the real though.
Yeah. Who is that?
Silo 7.
Sometimes you need a pick me up. You know? Because sometimes you need to show up even on a Monday when you have shows, and you need a pick me up.
Pick yourself up. Hakuna kitu kama pick me up. Kwani what we do? Pick me up ni kukumbuka your background. Kumbuka Kuria.
He picked up immediately.
Kuria iko wapi? You see, like the advantage for guys coming from Western and Nyanza.
Yeah.
When you want to mess up in Nairobi, kumbuka ni 8 hours drive.
Minimum.
Umekaa
Yeah.
kwa matatu.
Ukifikiria
Kwa
makosa
samba 8
ulifanya.
hours, na unarudi nakwambia, baba idogo. Umerudi.
Nakumbuka
Yeah.
bado hiyo basi kando yako kuna mama mbeba kuku kwa live.
Ndio hiyo.
Hapa kando kuna mwenye anakula ndizi. Unajua kula ndizi kwa basi bro.
Unasema kuna mama anakwanga kwa basi analipa tiketi yake na kuna watu watatu. Sasa nilikuwa nafanyika kwa Mbukinya hiyo time nilikuwa nafanya Mbukinya.
Na hizi coach.
Anakam amebeba mtoto mmoja amesimama hapa alafu mwingine amesimama hapa kando. So they are mark timing you. Alafu nasikia swambia anataka kubebe.
By the way.
Unambeba. Bro, utabaika juice na kanjugu nataka kupiga. Yeah, don't know anything because of course life.
Uncle,
But watu wanakuangalia. Wewe kaka wino unakula njugu moja moja. Then nasikia ni nini unaniangalia hivyo? Swambia anko akupe.
Bro,
Wanakuanga na hiyo design.
yeah.
you have to know how to survive. Mi hata kitambo nilikuwa kani kuna watu hii sana it was my son. Then kuna watu wanakamii kuuzia mtoto vitu kwa window ya gari. Ana shove ndani. Naambia buda. Mimi naangalia buda. Akichukua ati shika baba, shika. Ona mtoto amependa ndege. Mtoto amependa bayun. Kuna polisi mtoto bado.
Hawezi mwambia asante na ufunge dirisha.
No, Mungu kwa jam.
Anaingia basi pia.
Mtoto amependa bayun. Anakuja. Ona mtoto ambia dada anataka bayun. Unaangalia mzee hivi. Unaambia akitaka uta.
Vina nasema msaidie tafari.
Ndio umekuja hapa kutandaza hapa. Hebu rudisha.
Msaidie nichukue.
Just take them back.
Sio Obinna naambia.
Obinna sasa mtakupatia ndimu yako. Rudisha ndimu.
Unajibana mpaka ndimu.
Mtoto amependa ndimu.
Mtoto anapenda ndimu.
Funga dirisha.
Tunaambiwa msee. Wewe ongea tu ni sawa. Akichukua
You guys have a conversation.
Na mimi sipendi kuingilia mambo ya watu wawili.
Unaona kitambo wa parents ulikuwa ukienda kwa jirani ati unapewa chakula. Bro, njaa inakuuma. Mamako anakuwa analiza ile macho za if you touch uko zile nimeshiba. I love those neighbors, those they know hawezi kula and they are forcing it on to you. Us we don't do that nowadays. Wewe pia mtoto mimi na vya watu tukienda upatiwe food finya.
Na uitishe take away yangu.
Ati watoto wanataka snacks. Yeah. Si umeoffer. Yeah, why not? Ati wanataka snack nyingine. Yeah. Alafu guys tumefunga budget ya snack for this week snack ni hapa kwa wenyewe.
Unaambiwa ngo ukienda kwa kina Chaksi usichukue kitu. Na kwa kina Chaksi naambia mkienda kwa kina Mwasi.
Mimi yote ati usikule kula. Nayo. So just guys, so you know 3-man army wamefanyawa jamaa ile kitu. So ni mambiwani. So now is 1-man army.
lakini kanianda tu.
Obinna bias time. So hata kitu tunaongelelea nini?
But unajua shida ni moja. I feel like each time since tukikaa tunaweza ongea tu the whole day. Last time
Obinna alikuwa anatuzushia ati mnazima kamera za nini? Tumemaliza.
So saizi, do you think akina Lola, now that there's the regular show that is happening, do you think wana vibe too ama now they know like I'm being filmed and I need to act a certain way and say something?
No, they just vibe. I told them we don't need to think of what we are saying because the show for the Obinnas is what they are. It's how we do it. I don't want to script, but there's a show that I'm scripting for Lola. And the problem
Lola
of
deserves her
scripting,
own.
She's a character.
the problem of scripting, they start feeling like they need to act anytime you shika the camera. Then they feel the pressure on them. Then pia kwenye metu tuliban, my kids are not on TikTok, they're not on Instagram, they're not on Facebook. Then tukaban kusoma comments na kuangalia views. Because kuna time when you started, walikuwa zile, imefika views ngapi? Watu haja watch. Imefika, oh dad, watu wamewatch. So I sat them down and told them, listen, it's not about the views. It's about how you're feeling when you're doing it. Then also what we are doing it for. And I explained to them, I'm like, there's some kids who don't have dads. So when they see us vibe, they'll understand what having a dad is like. Oh, CI5.
Those kids who don't have dads. It's me.
Oh, you need a dad.
Obinna ni baba ya kila mtu.
Ananileta kwa studio na Range Rover, yes.
Na akikosa unaenda kwa Deimba jirani. Ni pesa Uber.
A1.
Yeah, so I told them specifically the purpose, kids who don't have dads, and also we have single mothers who are really trying to raise their kids and they don't know how to talk to them about certain issues. So we'll talk about them. Tell me, wana niokotanga kwa hizo episodes. Baka niko chua mimi, dad wewe nini? But nenda hivyo. Because that's the way I'm not perfect. And other parents know we don't pretend or aim to be perfect with our kids. I'm just me. I want them to know me for me. Nikijam wanajuanga nimejam, nikifurahi wanajua nimefurahi. And life moves like that. So we do that for those people and also for them. Because every conversation si kwa huwa inaisha na moral lesson. Somehow we turn to what have we learned? What did you get from this? So then people pick up from that. Oh, that is also why I'm doing my first ever stand-up comedy special on 7th of June.
Hey!
I love that you comedians this year.
It's a good year for comedy.
Special.
A lot of people.
Special.
Yeah. So I'm doing it on 7th of June. 6th of June is my birthday. So it's a gift I want to give to my fans on my birthday. So 7th is Saturday. So I'm doing it probably at Red Room.
Nice.
Yeah, and Chucks is the one who told me try and talk to the
Venice,
guys
nice,
for Red
yeah.
Room. Ongea nao wanipati Red.
I got you.
Mimi ni mkulima mdogo. So it's called My Mistakes. So the whole title is Laugh and Learn from My Mistakes. But the main title is My Mistakes. Bro, mistari ziko pale. Nishaziandika.
Oh, like the whole show, am you still writing it?
I've already written 80%. I'm just waiting for 2 more jokes. So what I'm doing is
Why are you waiting for the jokes to come?
no, I want to remember. The jokes are what happened in my life before. But they were funny and they were painful and they were whatever. But there's a lesson that someone picked from it. Kama my first joke, kuna boys karibu ni Nyandue. Nikiwa high school. It's called Pinto. Exactly. That you see that?
He's called Pinto.
The boy is called Pinto.
Pinto.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Pinto.
Si Capito.
Like Pio Gamma Pinto.
Yes.
Okay.
He's about to
This is
gamma
high school
me.
now.
It's high school. It's called Ebusakami. Yeah. So that's my first joke. That one is whatever. There's a story for my first heartbreak
How
Yvonne.
is that a joke?
You come and check it out. Trust me, you will laugh, you'll die. So there's Pinto, that's joke 1. I think joke 2 is Yvonne. Oh shoot.
Kwisha. Ishaenda tuko live.
No,
You are a joke.
Yvonne's naming. So no, not she's the situation, the way I got my first heartbreak, my first proper heartbreak, how it happened to up to the point. You see, there's that one. There is a uniwambie.
Sema. Ongea
I
kutoka.
have a situation with the Somali neighbor. That's fire. You love it. I have a situation with my big bro. You love that one. I have a situation with airplanes. I have a situation with my first baby mama tukiishi kwa ploti ya mabati. Yeah, so
Umesema
I've
ploti ya mabati.
Yeah.
mabati na
It's
maploti. That's ploti
As in,
actually.
Stacked.
No.
Oh,
see,
neighbor.
that-
That's what
kama classroom.
Plot ya mabati.
Amesema ploti ya mabati nikafanya.
Ploti penye mnaishi si ploti. Ploti na mabati
Zimetengenezwa.
Plot to mean like
Paper bag.
Oh.
an estate, lakini manyumba ni za mabati, no?
kitu kama hiyo.
No, plotting.
Yani you guys have no idea what I'm talking about.
Mabati.
Unajua, umesema ploti ya mabati, akili ikafanya ile kitu. Naelewa ploti, naelewa mabati. Sielewi ploti ya mabati.
Estate ya mabati.
Yeah. So I'm doing that on 7th. So there's a lot of mistakes I've done. Some of them are so funny. That day, come through. I'm gonna give you guys a show like no other. I've never done a special before.
Yeah.
So when someone is performing, you'll pass by, do 5-10 minutes, da. But this one I'll be on stage probably for like 2 hours.
Nice.
Wait, your special is 2 hours.
Yeah,
long.
yeah. Let me not tell you what is happening
Yeah.
because unasemanga then watu wanakimbia wanachukua idea before June ifike. But it's going to be one for the books.
Nice.
And we're gonna be doing a live recording as well. So it's gonna be dope. So that one you will laugh, but Nakazile is a way.
You'll do like a live recording of OBINNA on the same day you record a special.
No. See the special.
Oh,
See, I'm
okay.
packaging it now.
Gotcha.
So I shoot it like an episode, like a show. So Nikimaliza will try and pitch it either to Showmax, Netflix, whatever. Whoever feels they wanna take it, cool. If they don't wanna take it, I put it on my system and I sell it to my people.
For sure. So this is really a no phone policy.
Yes. So if you wanna support the show, watch the show, laugh, enjoy. But so ukienda wewe uko live TikTok, uko live nini, how do I make my money? So if you're my fan, come through. And also if you wanna learn from my mistakes, come through. Na pia unataka kunichekelea wewe come. Wewe utakuwa unacheka. Either unichekelee, ama ucheke na mimi, ama ucheke juu msomeka kando yake anacheka. Wewe utacheka. You come through. Niangalie Obinna wewe ni fala, lakini akinifanya wapi? Karibu niwaribie nini content yangu hiyo siku.
Tupige moja, wapate
moja.
spoiler.
No, not happening. Nawapea moja na zinini. Nazikuno.
Sasa
Nazichoko. I'm gathering them.
Yeah. Wait, so saizi, let me understand the process of writing.
Yeah.
So you write and then you practice for yourself. Do you practice with other people?
So you write first when you have the concept. Then when it sounds funny, you're like, okay, it can be better. So you tried a couple of. So when I'm always driving me najiongelesha na cheka peke yangu kwa ndani na kaka cheesy. And then after you do that now, from next month, now I'll be with a team of creatives. So I do the whole set. And then they see, then they're like, hapa tunaweza change hivi, tuongeze hivi, to change hivi, so that it's not too long. Then also you hit the punch. So usiongee for like 1 hour, then msi anapata. So in between.
So it's never seen before. Uja do crowd work in any
No. I'm not gonna do hizo mmezo yake. Unajua sisi wa Kikuyu, sisi wa Jaluo. No. That's not my type of comedy.
fired.
So what I'm doing is this. I'm now saying my story. I've done comedy about, Nigeria, da. Women, I now want to do my story. So I'm going the Kevin Hart way, I'm going the Dave Chappelle way. I'm trying to own my story. So I want to tell you my story. So even after I finish my mistakes, I'll have another set that I'll now talk about my baby mamas.
Hey.
And it will be situations that have been with me and my mamas, then my kids, then whatever, then my employers, then my employees. So you can never run out of content because there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot to say that mutana relate nayo, and then it is also true.
Does it have to be always true? Ama sometimes
No. It depends with the comedian.
like a drama.
There are comedians who make believe. You script.
Yeah.
It's how imaginative you can get.
Yeah.
But mine is true. Mi nenda kwambia vitu zilinifanyikia. So everything you hear of that day, it is true story, and I can back it up with receipts.
Yeah.
That's why I also mention names. I'll just say Pinto, you nearly
Damn.
wait, so
broke my virginity, bro.
So Pinto, what happened? Like
I can't tell you what happened. So you come on that day. Buy a ticket. You go mtickets.com.
Oh, you
just buy a
announced
ticket. Yeah. Buy ticket mtickets.com. And for now, ni 1,000 regular for advance. Then I think it's 2,500 for VIP.
Okay.
You're very
Then group tickets, I think it's 3,000 for 3,500 for 5 people. Yeah. Then now towards the day, maybe like 2 weeks too. Now itakuwa 2,000 regular, 5,000 VIP, then 7,000 a group of 5. So buy mapema.
Yeah.
Because also the reason why I wanted to use Red Room, I want an intimate crowd. I was thinking KICC, but I was like, so it's the first one. Then I also don't want a gazillion people. Nataka, I told my manager I wanted to do with 100 people. Robaka kata, no hapana, 100 people. I wanted to do in a small ballroom. To kai cheke. Yeah, the designs Ali Sadiq kufanya. Ali Sadiq does and comedian Godfrey. They do very intimate and ambaka anakaa chini kwa kiti. So I want to have that vibe. Like I want to sit down and crack something. You're like, man, see, let's make mpaka huko msako huko nyuma joke inafikia next week.
But you can okay, depending on logistics and time and everything, you can even still do both. You can do an intimate sitting, same piece, and then now you take the same material now to Red Room.
Yeah.
That's still possible. That would be fine.
That's very possible. Because also the small crowd can be dipstick.
Yeah.
Alafu hapo inaweza kuwa like some crowd work as well.
Yeah.
Si ndio hiyo dipstick, so you try kidogo.
Okay. Nimesikia deep state.
Yeah, una try kidogo, you can
So you
even do
try.
some crowd work. I mean, imagine you can do both, because why not?
Yeah. Hey, but logistics.
Because a small venue.
You have to pay for the... Then also question, these people come to the small venue, are they paying? I want to come for free.
No,
Because it's a whole production,
you
man.
still take it.
And that production, I'm paying everybody on that production.
Yeah, you
so
take
if they come, I want to come job. Then msi atataka come small, intimate, ama msi atataka come ile nyingine.
So
I'm thinking we start with the Red Room. Then we see. Then you're like, we want to do another run. Because kuna wase watambia we? Then I'm like, we want to do another run in 2 weeks time. So tuone tutauza tickets ngapi. Then wakibai nasema, wametosha ka small ballroom, tuende pale tuipige. Then provided I can pay the guys, me I'm good.
because Red Room now you are talking about like 1,000 people.
1,000 guys.
Yes, but sana nataka ikuwe kitu ka 800.
800
Kuna
is
space.
800
That's a perfect.
There's not a sweat
Yeah.
sana.
Yeah. Akusweat utasweat. Unless wamengeza AC.
Hizo msikia kwa ya Coastal Young, wajaluo walikuwa tu.
Mimi yetu so that's the reason why
Pusi alikuwa uchi.
nimetoa nguo tu, roho safi tu.
Ulikuwa ndede.
Vibaya sana.
His clothes.
Maria, come on.
Okay, I was practically naked, but I had my clothes on.
Yeah.
Practically.
Practically naked, but I
Always
had my
work with the
clothes
team,
on.
Maria. Akitoa unatoa. What a man can do.
Huyu mbona anachwa nyuma?
Wajana na Mwasa kwangu. Mwasa kwangu na Mbogi. Mwasa anakwanga kwa field yake.
Mimi nilitoa t-shirt nikafanya tu hivi. Nafanya tu hivi. Niko like yes. Si uongo.
But nyi mapenzi mnapendwa na checkmate si normal. Muni show.
It's
I want you guys
insane.
to show me huyo babu.
Ni mzee.
Hizi nywele za umse.
Ali.
Hizi nywele za umse.
Iko hapo mwambia
Wallahi, hizi nywele zako mzishuku. The love you guys have from checkmates is not normal.
It's
I
shocking.
don't get kama hii live since tuanze haijashuka.
Yep.
Like iko hivi
Inapanda
inapanda.
Nyi
Iko
mapenzi
hivi.
mnapatiwa is not normal.
It's
Kama ni
insane.
Mwasi ni wewe.
I think
wewe.
ule checkmate may have the best experience ni mwenye alikam studio kutupik ni Uber driver. Hakuwa anajua anakuja kutupik. Ameitwa tu alafu nacho niliona chucks.
No. alikuwa anajua mimi si nilimuita cause ndio saizi na drive around.
Oh yeah.
But alikuwa anajua yani mnakuja wote Mbogi. But day one cause I changed my name on Uber. I had
good job.
I had to change. So alikuja to pick but ni checkmate. So yeye ni drop anachukua but sasa hiyo day yako anajua anachukua wote. So ajai interact na hawa. Then
the time of his life.
live.
Na tukayapi hapi.
Alichizi.
Alikuwa anaendesha gari 20.
Zero.
Aliwalipisha yote. Huyo si checkmate.
But uomse cause sasa sina gari sahi. So sasa hizi yeye ndo ana run errands kuja studio hizi gear lazima zibebwe, si ndio?
Yeah.
Bro, I can't even say aje but hata wewe nikikwambia ukolekea mlipe. Hata mtip tu. I swear. Shout out to Haman, man.
Good guy.
Man.
Hata yeye ndo alinileta na bado
weird.
kesho amesema
Lazarus.
na kesho 7:30 atakuwa hapa. Chukua gears cause tutamaliza 7:30 tukiset
In the
down.
evening. But mmesukuma.
Tumesukuma we've done.
That's C minus. So it's only backwards.
Yeah. So we've done 4 hours and like
Hesabu ni ngumu, acha tu.
we've done
What do you mean 4 hours? If it's counting backwards, then you're remaining 19 hours. Si ndio iko hapo.
19 hours and
Mtu mwenye ana cross check 1 + 1 anajaribu kufanya 24 minus
22
yes, in 4 hours and 20
Yeah.
minutes. All kuna fikira ni how many hours?
5 hivi. Ballpark.
Ball.
You better.
Umeround off. So mimi niko na ana ask bado. So akina Lola.
Yeah.
Because I normally
Guys, we are buying time for 3M Army. Yeah, hawajafika.
Yeah.
So pia wanilipe.
Ama warudi show. Warudi Monday.
Yeah, wakap man
Yeah.
because now me nilikuwa kupika omena.
Yeah.
Acha continue.
Yeah, narudi kwa Lola. Acha tusalimie watu live chat very quickly. Ndio wasiseme eti mko live mtu engage. Yeah. Anthony Morogo, Free Palestine. Lilian Soy, Obinna can talk. He got stories and can hold very interesting, fun conversations. Always lively.
Come for my stand-up. Utacheka udedi. I'm gonna give you guys exclusive things that happen in my life. Do you know? Let me tell you something interesting.
Kaende.
Now, I'm just giving you a
Highlight.
So, babangu alinipiganga sana. My dad beat me so much. Mpaka alikuwa kinita aanze kunigombanisha, kichwa yake ilikuwa inakuwa ndogo alafu inasonga mbali. Nilikuwa naona kichwa yake ilikuwa ndogo alafu isonge mbali, nikijua inakaa. Unasikia pap. That among many others. You wait, ushaipigwa. Okay. Woi ndaribu content.
Wachana hiyo.
Come buy the ticket. Come for my special.
Haya. Nani Joshua anasema tuko na 3M Army hapa Alfakir. I'm Banter.
For real?
I hope not.
Walikuwa double booked leo ama?
Etikalika who knows. Wilson Kisambo anasema Kangemi locked. Miguel, check your phones guys, check the chats. Yes, ndio hiyo.
Echoes of Omena.
Yeah, by Gane Olivier, much love from Rwanda. That's for sure Rwanda's name.
Yeah.
Man. Shout out. Elia Bennett, all the way from Tanzania. We love the podcast. Shout out to you guys. We're actually coming to die very soon. Jamo Mapesa.
Just found out.
Trevor Anasip.
Me, I got tired. So
Unajua mtu upanga hii podcast tunajuanga na nyinyi. Next week dar.
yeah, can you imagine? Come on, I didn't even know we are going to die. I'm shook.
Okay, question. Mlikuwa mnafanya 24 hours? Like
We knew.
Mimi nilikuwa najua.
Mkijua.
mlikuwa tu.
New news, guys. We are shooting 24 hours.
Something alikuwa anafanya Gikomba. Mlijua hiyo kitu?
Of course. Nilikuwa naye.
But mlijua hiyo day.
Yes.
Mimi na video niko like, wapi Jack?
Huyu ndio hapo.
Niko like, wapi Mwas? I'm like, ni kama anada. Let me show you how to get these things in Gikomba. I'm like, where's the rest of the crew?
Tulikuwa pamoja. Maureen Wanjiru wendani locked. Then TZ kumbe ni wengi man.
Yes, we are.
Drop those colors. If you're in a different country, just drop your flag.
Yeah.
Drop your flag.
Actually, yeah.
And then we'll guess the flags in Zawapi.
Kiona soma comments pole pole. Nataka nikupange.
Obinna wewe ndio umezoea hii kitu. Wewe angalia venye zinaenda hivi, how am I supposed to?
Mimi
Like by the time naanza kusoma jina.
Ndio mganga wetu.
Angalia.
Obinna, any advice for waganga? Why would a mganga think about it for
Hata mganga wetu mwambia kupange.
Umeona mganga wetu?
Mwambia kupange.
So mganga, modernize your craft. Find a way. Uko na till number? Yeah, find a way that now guys can use things like Airtel Money.
Till number.
Yeah. Cheza na Airtel Money nini.
Wewe sikia kwanza huyo Ali nikimpigia simu Alia. Huyo mzee alikuwa anataka kuniroga online. Ukumbuki? Alisema buy candles nini? Ali alisema aje? Ali alisema
2 candles.
buy 2 candles. Washa. Alafu tuma 1000 bob coin number saa hii.
Ya Banter.
Alafu ni video call.
Ushaiona mganga na remote.
So nilikuwa nakwambia
No,
Wana call with me.
No, wanakwanga wale wa tuma 210 kwa hii number. Alafu sawa ni waganga. Ushasikia wale. Haya mama, kwanza kitambo when I was young there was so much on radio before TV was very big. Because kama unasikia radio, nataka unatuma pesa kwa hii number. Halafu nataka mkono mmoja shike radio. Mkono mmoja kama kichwa inakuuma shika nayo kichwa. Halafu nataka useme na mimi. Hao ni waganga wa kisasa.
My mom used to make us get up and touch the TV. Beni hii akisema touch the TV, mamangu anakuangalia umekaa hapo hivyo kwake hivi. TV pia inakuangalia.
kuna msameuliza sasa utawala tuweke flag gani?
Ni Kenya jamani. Eunice Njeri.
Huyo ni wewe mwenye anaitanga nini yangu.
Eunice Njeri unangoja video Omena na Mariah. You are late. Yeah, you're very
Bro,
late.
the verses was live.
Yeah.
The kitchen was literally on fire. Bro, what do you mean?
Imagine akituambia hebu rudieni nione
Martin
tena.
Riba, Dan Khan.
Aende tu
Ati Butere Girls wanakuja.
Kesho.
By the way,
Yeah.
tupige mshene kidogo. This
Ah,
Butere
piga.
Girls story.
Tuendelee.
Have you guys spoken about it?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have,
we just be-
but
yes, too.
it can always go. 20.
So I was just thinking, there is something. The Butere Girls thing is just here. There's something. Because you're thinking, come on, man, it's just a play. If you read the synopsis of the play, it's the gap between this generation and the older generation.
Yeah.
And also it's based somewhere in the Middle East.
Yes.
Like it would not have warranted the effort that was put behind it. So me is thinking, something, smells fishy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is what I was saying. If you look at the threats to the government, Killian vs. Malala is not even top 10.
True.
If you look at, now let's look at
Yeah.
individuals.
Yeah.
That wakiongea kidogo aviko like huyo mtu anyamazishwe kidogo nini. Is Killian vs. Malala in top 10?
Dude, unakumbuka since that time when alikuwa anatolewa last year in UDA, nimemsikia tena this
Now.
time. Since
Me too.
then, zero.
Me the last time nilimuona akivalisha KRG kofia. Kofia ya
Hiyo time ya
UDA.
UDA.
Alikuwa anavalisha KRG kofia ya
See, that's what I was
UDA.
telling you. He's
That's the
part
last
of
time I
the
saw
problem.
Kiliopa.
The only reason
Yeah.
Obinna, reality speaking, we are discussing earlier, tunasema,
Yeah.
if Malala didn't side with Gachagua, Malala would still be in UDA, hangetolewa hiyo chama, and now angekuwa anaongea shit the same way he was. At the time.
Yeah. And then a lot of people who are speaking shit about the UDA regime are the people who have been shortchanged a couple of deals.
Of course.
Someone was promised something and then
Like
akupatiwa,
kuingiana,
then
start
akekwa kando,
talking.
then anaanza kuongea mbaya. And I'm like, but when you're inside, everything was good.
Very silent.
And even the ones who are inside there, they're silent because they're eating. The minute watafanyiwa
talk,
we,
they
wachia
start
nani nani,
talking.
they'll start talking.
But you know what I don't mind? I mean, Gachagua is no saint as well. But what I don't mind is I want them to keep talking. Of course,
The whole point.
waongee,
Yep.
yes, unaona hizo secrets zote sijui nani
Wachomeane.
sijui fertilizer nini.
Yes.
I have receipts, bring all those receipts. Gachagua said he has actual recordings of a conversation between him and the
Yep.
president.
Yep.
It's I can't release now because someone has a job, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But we've agreed that when he retires,
Just
blah blah blah.
release them.
Nini. Keep talking.
Do you know I was to
It's-
interview
it's
Rigiji
to our
last
advantage.
week?
No.
Before that exclusive were to have, I was to interview the time I put the poster. Then something happened.
What
then,
happened with it?
No, ilikuwa ende kwa the vernacular stations first. Then now we do the following week.
Because we need Rigiji on a proper
Yeah.
podcast.
Then akafeel akasema, because I already spoke about majority of the stuff on this, now let's give it like about a week or two.
Yeah.
And then when Nanik went kwa Mrima akasema alikuwa anataka I don't know how many billions, Nikai kamuasha. Akasema, what? Really? Kuja KTN. Bam. But we were to sit down and we still will. Inshallah, God willing, when we sit down, it's going to be a movie. Because now tunaongea saki Gen Z. Wachana nao watu wa nini wa breathe wamekana
media.
so no we're asking you know
I'm like
you have to be grammatically correct sita kama chini na so rada so now
yeah, to get the story.
Na akisema ako na receipts si aziachilie tu.
yeah
the damn receipts, bro.
yeah
What's the point of telling us I have recordings?
Kwa na time
It's nonsense.
times due tumalize as we don't finish sit down have 5 hours mimi nikana dikiji I'll give him the time of his life now hey let's go
Bro, and
kuanzia wapi
that's what I love about podcasting now. I'm like, I say, what? We don't care. We just want to hear all those things.
Yeah.
Kama ni uongo, we fact
figure
check
it
what we
out.
can.
Yep.
Yenye pia yenye auto evidence pia tunaicheck tu as a theory
Pinch of
ama
salt.
no wewe sema Wakenya wata research
They'll do it, yeah.
yes me by the me stand up kama researcher mimi naenda kukaa chini mimi naenda kusikia mshene
Unafikiria
and then ukapigwa kofi okay ulipigwa kofi hapa ama hapa
unafaa kwa Lola amuinterview alafu akuja kuchapia story. Daddy, what's the next show?
yep
Yeah.
so that's the plan and
Yeah.
it's gonna happen but me I'm looking at the Cleophas Malala story and a couple of things are not adding up
Yeah, there's
on
something
top of the
deeper.
police being kind to him I want to thank the police bro Gen Z walikuwa wana abductiwa
who
hapa
thanks the
Ati,
police?
you know they were very lenient no nini wakaniweka hapo tukakaa asanteni I'm like huh
You thank the police. The,
The
same
police were
police
good
that
to you.
tear gassed those kids that you're
kids.
riding
yes
a plane
and then
for.
wakakubeba atu wakakutupa kwa butu wakakupeleka mpaka Eldaravine I'm like
Me,
my
I saw a
brother
video of him asking the police, "Why are you arresting me?" And there's some dumbfounded looking police officer over there.
No,
And
alikuwa
anamwangalia
DCI.
TV.
That's
You're told that's my friends.
That's a DCIO by the way, hiyo area.
Yeah.
That's a DCIO. That's a whole head of department. But alikuwa anaangalia ule msezi leza. You just say what you gonna say, but brother,
Naenda.
brother, let the cameras get switched off. You gonna land it there.
You know, the weird thing is this idea of like the police service in Kenya now, a police force for sure, because how is that a service? The idea of protocol and command is what I don't get. Ojile command ya and the tear gas now you
don't question.
You're an adult.
You don't
You know
feel
that
things.
idea of
It's crazy.
command. You know, like you receive a command and you have to execute it regardless. I
Yeah,
don't really
that
get
No,
it.
sense.
it's
I really
called.
don't get it.
It's called
Yeah.
the cool term. It's called an oath, but the term is brainwash. So when you get in the police force, in the military, and a couple of other places, you get to take an oath. Basically, you get to get brainwashed. So you are told, when you want to be this, and you don't want to be Raia, when you're told left, our leader is A. So whatever our leader tells us to do is what we do. Is, for example, North Korea. Everybody knows Kim Jong-un, whatever he's doing. They'll just look at that brother. They're like, these suits are not looking good, but ain't nobody going to tell him. But because he's our leader. If he says left, you're found watching whatever, nini, oh, wait, treason, do whatever, da.
Questions
The same
later.
thing that happens with police force. They are forced to do that. It's not that they want. Wanabionga, toa hao vijana hapo. You see, with whatever power may be. Vijana wajatoka hapo, mnangoja nini? What did but unajua nimekuambia toa vijana hapo, use any means necessary.
Because there's consequences.
We got
to
you.
don't.
All means necessary.
We
Yeah.
got you. Tear gas, live bullets, whatever. That's why that guy was dancing like that, because they know they've been told, go do this thing. That time guys were being killed in Githurai at night. Remember when you
Yeah.
gunshots? They're sent. It's an instruction. So as a police officer, either you do it or you defy. And if you defy, the consequences are worse than doing it.
Do you think part of the reasons why they can't defy is like also their superiors have so much dirt on them already? So I feel like they're also caught in a position of blackmail.
No, you can't have that on all those policemen. It's also Dumbo City.
Yeah.
What grade is police for you to be hired?
Si ndio watu mtu alikuwa anasema.
Meno
Mtu
32
alikuwa
na dimanga yako safi.
When I'm in 32.
Pia
Do you think right now, mse amestadi tu amepata A plane ama A minus ama B plus?
Opt to be a police.
Hata C minus.
Atakuwa polisi lakini mtume umwambia ni aje, enda sasa upige Obinna risasi. Atakuuliza
Si atakuwa tu brainwashed pia.
Now, it's hard to brainwash an intelligent person. It's easy to brainwash the masses.
Yeah.
That is why majority, wakiona kitu hata online, they believe it because the masses are either misinformed or
manipulate.
uninformed.
Yeah.
And you see, even the way that system works already, the system in itself isolates a certain caliber of people who can only become policemen.
Yep.
Kwa sababu now, if you look at the living conditions of police, if you look at how they work, mvua inanyesha, uko na raincoat kwa barabara.
It's crazy.
It's hot as fuck. You have to be in that thing, still on the road. Because lazima, you have a target at the end of the day. Now, I'm just thinking, if I'm someone who has a good grade, there's no way that's a job I want.
Yeah.
Now
Also-
look at the houses they live in. Zile nyumba za tumabati to around.
There you
There's
go.
no way that's
50.
there's no way hapo ndo nataka kuishi. So that means already the system isolates more smart people. There's no smart person who's like,
If you go to Kiganjo
unless ni
for
cadet.
training, so I have relatives who are police, mwingine ni AP, mwingine ako military. So when you go to Kiganjo for training, wanasemanga wanakutoa uraia. Bro, you are whooped, you are put through situations so that wakutoe uraia. It's the same as just bullying in high school. That's what wanasema orientation.
So it's like an oath.
Orientation.
Okay, orientation.
No, unapangwa kwanza. That's why when people get to the dumb ones, you get to form 3, you want to bully form 1s, and because you are bullied, because you are and it's not the same guy. So the same thing, when the police get there, wameingia Kiganjo, wameingia hiyo training yao, whatever wametolewa uraia wakakuwa sasa au ni serikali, au wengine ni raia. So now they start thinking that way. So now when they look at you, now you are the enemy, they are the other people. And that is what the police was really trying to change when they are changing from police force to police service. But now when they're changing to police service, a lot of them have already been brainwashed to police force. It's either the police way or the highway. That is why you'll find a mistake on the road. And there's no police who will go like, very rare, very few, watakuwa zile za, we usirudie, sawa, enda. Inakuwa zile, we tuende station. Tuende station.
It's such a minor offense.
It's a minor offense. Ati ni traffic light, imechange red kama niko katikati, mbona ukufikiria tuende station, tuende haya, unasemaje, utaongea. That's why wakikupeleka police station, akifika anakupeleka pale ndani, anapatia mwenye ako hapo ID yako, yeye anarudi kwa ground. Na mwenye ako hapa juu what happened, nobody has painted the picture. But because there's that thing for force, you can always converse. Ni aje afisa, pole, enyewe mimi sikuwa nimeona light na nimeblanda.
Because genuinely mistakes happen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shit happened.
You know that thing happened to me the other day. Up to Dennis Street. So normally in the morning, because there is sometimes traffic, wanafanyingile kitu yenye they block one side kutoka huko juu, so you use both lanes. Normal thing. So me drive, nikapita, then kupita tu hivi, police akanisimamisha tu. Weka kando, nipatie license. I'm like, I don't have a license. Of course, I don't. Who carries licenses? But I can give you my ID number. Uangalie.
Anakuambia sina data.
Become a whole issue. I can waste time. Mimi nikasema hiyo day. Kwanza I was going for a meeting, but meeting yenye inge hold kidogo. I was like, nipatie na a few minutes. Wacha tukae na. Unataka kufanya kazi hata
Unajua yako job.
So sina job.
Yako job, so he can waste your time.
He can waste my time.
So
anyway, I'm like, sawa. So end up going to Kilimani police station. The usual thing they do. So park gari huko, come here, he hands you over to someone else. And then
without a proper update.
Yeah, then he left.
Yeah.
So the someone he left me with, nilikuwa nimeka kwa bench now hapo nje, ka small bench waiting amalize because alikuwa na client ndani. Ule msa kaenda, niko na mepanda boda ametoka, pia mimi nikatoka, nikaenda nikachukua gari, nika drive out, nikaishia tu. He literally amepanda boda, si mimi niko hapa nje. So I could have waited, msa atoke niingie and then nianze kusumbuliwa. Of course they just want money.
Yeah.
I saw amepanda tu bike ameshia. Bro, I just walked. Because this guy didn't see my car. Aliniona tu mimi. Because aliintroduce akasema huyu, akaambiwa ngoja hapo kidogo. Hapo na gari literally just went.
Yeah, but for them, wako job, so wasting your time is actually an part
of the job.
That's why anakwambia nisaidie na unampea. Anaendelea kustopisha gari zingine.
By the way,
ana mind.
But angekuwa na ID yako ungebaki tu.
Yes. Because once they've taken
inconvenience.
So tembeanga na ID mbili, bro.
You know the good thing
Unapatia hivi anatembea hivi.
the good thing ni now that we don't have those physical DLs anymore, like you don't have to have it. Because hii DL yangu ni e-citizen tu. So Kenya unazafanya tu ni kama uko na ile hard copy katu nayo. Kutisha unampatia hard copy. Wewe unaenda tu download e-citizen.
Yako kana.
Mwambie keep and usome.
But you know the best way to avoid all that? Just follow the rules.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just follow the rules. Even though sometimes unapatikana kwa ngori hata kama follow rules.
Kama hiyo sasa mimi nashindwa.
Sasa kuna hawa kujudge ati tire ya gari imechapa.
By the way,
You're like,
your tire is old.
Unaendesha ulimi. I'm like, wewe umeangaliaje wewe umejuaje? Ati sinaona hii. Kwani unaona, do we have something that measures the tire of the nini? Hii hapana. Hebu tuendeshe tukienda. So ni ulimi, bado tunaendesha tukienda station.
You have to get in it and go.
Hii tunaendesha tukienda station. Naendesha ulimi, hii mguu. Hii mguu hapana.
Ama wale wako kuwekelea tu makosa ati nimekuona ulikuwa umeshika simu hivi.
Wanaekeleanga hizo zote.
Nowadays I welcome them, akiniambia naingia kwa gari afungua anaingia na kaa chini. Namwambia tunaenda wapi? Parklands Police. What was my offense? Ati you're on phone. Namwambia sawa. Na simu yangu tuko hapa inacheza ngoma tu. Nasema let me call someone. na call, I'll be late kidogo, acha nimeshtakiwa. Na anaenda tu na wewe unaongea hands free vile tu ulikuwa unaongea, alafu unasikia niweke hapa.
Sasa unaacha aje ofisa? There's a time nilikuwa siku hizi is a bit tricky. Sahi
Mimi nowadays ukileta kichwa ngumu unapata kichwa ngumu.
Sahi
ashainishika tao. Nilikuwa naenda kucheki budangu Thika Road. Ananiambia tuingie Muthaiga Police Station. Sasa naambia Muthaiga Police Station na tuko town. So umenishikia hapa. Si like kuna police station mobe. Na twende Muthaiga. Niliingia highway sikutoka mpaka Kaskari.
There's a best. There's a friend of mine when
ananiambia you're supposed tokea hapa. Mimi niko tu hivyo. Twende. Ndio salimie dad.
Kuna best yangu alienda mpaka Thika. Hiyo Thika highway tu. Nini.
Unalock tu gari ndani.
Akafika akasema nishukishe. Kwanza kumbe badem. Weka nyaga tu.
Mimi kwanza nilikuwa na overspeed sasa unajua sana niko na Karaoke gari.
But what I'll tell you guys, never argue with the police.
No, definitely, yeah.
If you meet the police and they accuse you of whatever, don't argue. It's pointless. Where kwenda? I know my rights. Kwanza when you pull for a police, I know my rights.
Done.
You just know your rights. Na nyamazia nayo tu. It's like, oh, niaje afisa nimefanya? Oh, so what's the solution? Tunaweza nini? Unaweza nisamea pole. Hapana, twende station. Sasa station gani? Sawa, naingia pull up. Kitambo mimi sikuwa na ruhusa kwa gari. Station gani? Nakupata huko. Unaingia kwa nini? Sija nishika hivi.
Sisi tunawakubali wengine.
No, nowadays hawezi hata ingia. Obinna! Nowadays it's different. But back then walikuwa zile. So kitambo when I started doing comedy nilikuwa na kofia nyingine red. When I had the Nigerian accent. So bila hiyo kofia, wewe tuende nikifungua hivi. Obinna. Ni wewe. Sasa mimi nimekuongelesha hata usemi ni wewe. Yeah, so nowadays kidogo I don't need the kofia. But kitambo ulikuwa so polisi ameingia amefanya whatever ama anagombana kitambo alikuwa anangoa kifungu kwa
ignition.
So ikio unachezanga na sema afisa.
Anakuona kama buibui.
Kio sina kusikia. Unayega.
Na gari meloki.
Hadi shukisha kio sina kusikia wewe sema. Hadi kijana anasema shukisha kio. Sema afisa nini?
Kusikia.
Fana umepita light gun.
Or even
unajua ni mshia. Twende station, fungua gari niingie. Station gun.
Gari exactly.
Adipangani tupatane huko.
But also if you notice ka squeezy unless there's traffic hakuna police anakusimamisha. Jua unajua utasimama. So wanakuja asubuhi, jioni ama two times kuna traffic. Cause hakuna traffic unasimamisha nisimame kwa nini?
Ama kwa kona. Kwanza kuna wale wanduthi.
Kapa kile.
Hapo kwa nduthi. Wana sporting tu mtu mmoja. Jivu ukeni tu light nyinyi wote. Moja tu unasikia tu unatoka peng tu kana kamima yako. 1 kilometer. Alafu
So my question is huyo anduthi nikiamua sisimami niingie tu Thika.
Tunaenda Kisii.
Unaweza Thika Road but wana memorize number plates. Mimi kuna siku nimeshikwa when I had a Harrier. So sijui nipitanga light wapi. Kuna siku nikasimamishwa tu. Weka gari kando. Nini? Wewe unajua kuna siku sijui ulisimamishwa sijui wapi ukapita ukaenda. I'm like, nakonge kwa over. Nini? Red kilo, tango, Zulu, nini? Hizo vitu zao. Ati ulisema ati ile Harrier ilikuwa na plate gani? Ati Harrier gani? Ile ilisimamishwa. Hiyo. Na I thought they are saying my number plate. I'm like, Aya twende. I end up doing Kilimani police station. Self drill tu yeye unafikanga unachoka mtu mwingine then unaenda.
Ukahapa pia.
No, mimi sikuepa but mimi nilifika hapo. Obinna, ni nini? Mimi sijui mimi nimeletwa ati nini. Wewe enda penye unaenda bwana. Ni story mingi. Lakini unatuacha aje but unajua ule anakochanga wanaenda.
Kwanza.
And the fact that umeenda and then kuna hawa there's this other drill they do where they write for you like a charge sheet wanakwambia ni 5,000 sijui kubail gari then sijui utaenda Milimani locals. So the first time I was buying bananas hapo Pango kwa jam. So I'm buying bananas leo wakafungulia jam. Na huyu mama ashanipatia bananas ziko kwa gari. So inafaa nimtumie do. Na ashafungwa jam. So siwezi drive nini. So nikamtumia. So ile namaliza tu kumtumia hivi nikataka kudrive au polisi weka gari kando. I'm like, afande, uliona alishanipea banana na nishaanza kumtumia asingetoka na banana zake. Hapana, mimi sitaki kujua nini. Ambia haya sawa. Twende police station sawa akaingia. Nikamwambia kula ndizi. Akapiga ndizi moja.
Alikula.
Alipiga.
Kama kuna kitu polisi hawana ni shame.
So akapiga tukaingia hapo Pangani police station. Peleka gari huko nyuma nikarudi in the round nini. Adikia huyu. So cash bail ya gari sijui ni 5,000 nini. Alafu utaenda kwa koti hii pesa utarudisha huko kwa koti. I was like okay. So I left. On Monday morning mimi nilikuwa Milimani Locals. Nimeenda. So nimefika, kuna maafisa pia wako huko. Umekaa Mkudu? Nini? Leta tuangalia, nimeambiwa niende sijui court sijui namba ngapi, nimefika hapo, nimeingia. Kuja, so nimeingia, nikakaa kwa hiyo courtroom. There's nobody, there's no magistrate, nobody.
Yeah.
Guys are just conducting their business. So maafisa kuja, nini? Kuja hivi, leta hiyo shit. Kachunga, tukateremka kaniingiza kwa basement. Kuna basement nyingine hapo stairs, tukaingia hapo chini, akaniambia hebu leta, akaangalia hivi, akaniambia leta 5000. 5,000 ya nini? Sulete 5,000 nikupange nini? Nikamwambia, oh okay, it's my first time. Nikachukua 5k nikampatia. Chukua kararua, akaniambia wewe enda. Wewe enda, hiyo leo tumemaliza. Since that day.
Which means hata ukipatiwa
I was always given that thing like this.
Unairusha kwa
Kwanza wale wanaivasha. Hiyo time nilikuwa na ile KBT. Ile my first car. Unafinga naivasha, oh nini wanakuandikia kitu ya 5k ati utaenda kwa koti. Na kupenga ushape 5,000.
So wanajua
because haitafanyika.
Because and then most of them wanajua contract.
You can't waste. Yeah.
Kila nitarudi kutoka penye natoka ati nikuje koti.
Yeah.
Can't waste
Those two roadside courts were really good. I would love to have them back. Like nafanya blunder, I get my penalty now, story na die. Only me overlap nini sahi, olipa ido, then you never repeat it again because umejua. Lakini if we are giving the police, bro, I need to stop. Not anytime soon because kwa zile za sasa nikifuata wrong side wakinisemesha the maximum napata 5,000. Then kuna big boys. Paranga watu wako tu wrong side. Alafu pia kuna to big boys to minibus. Wrong side ile litman. What can I do? He doesn't like this guy go do. Nimetoka Manzarongani zi. What can I do? He doesn't like you.
Litman is lit.
Lit man.
Yeah.
So kuna hizo zinakuwa tu wrong sides zina overlap ndo unaziangalia huko zile za wewe jaribu.
Yeah.
You do what those mats are doing, bro. Chako kimotoni.
Mimi najuanga kama when driving up country, it's almost inevitable.
Yeah.
Kutoshikwa juu ya speeding.
Overlap.
And then there's no signage. Yeah. So basically unafaa kujua. So mimi nashindwa, I don't use this road regularly. So hapa najuaje 80 neshia hapa. Eti hapa ifai kuwa more than 60.
Hapa ni so.
Hapa ifai kuwa
Nimeishi kwa with that thing wayakiwe. Wakanambia speed ya kupita pale Safaricom, sijui ilikuwa sijui what. I'm like
specifically Safaricom.
Yo area kutoka Safaricom kukamivi down. It was before the expressway, before like expressway. Then akanambia sijui what, nikamwambia but hakukuwa na sign. Akanambia sima sign niakana nyinyi ndo mnaziiba. Bro, I paid money nilipelekwa was it Parklands police station.
Nyinyi ndo mnaziiba.
Ati kuna signboard inakuanga hapo, but sisi tunazibanga tunaenda kupimisha chuma. So I'm supposed to sense there was a sign over there. Wallahi walinishika wakanipeleka Parklands police station.
That's
It's like when you try to make sense na Karaoke make sense. When COVID was fresh, unajua zile wiki za kwanza 4 zenye we were all scared before watu waanze ku lagai. I'm driving, alafu nikasimamishwa. Sasa Karao anakuja kusimama hapa kando yangu. Mimi nimevaa mask, yeye hajavaa. Ananiambia license, namwambia kwani hujaona TV? Kuzunguka uongee ukiwa pale.
Social distance.
Alienda hivyo kama amefungwa mlango akaniambia ingia. Mimi nikampea mask. Because now I'm trying to be sensible. Because people go like, hey, you've been seeing the news. Ninamza shida nini, nataka kuona license. Nikamwonyesha everything is okay, but bado ananiambia twende.
Yeah, they'll figure it out huko mbele.
Tukaenda tu naye, alafu akaniambia kama ni lift ulikuwa unataka ungeniambia tu. Unafika hivi twende.
Watu wa gari hata wako lucky. Mtani watu wanekewanga ndom, wanekelewa makesi, umeargue na polisi, mbona umenijibu vibaya. Like they can put anything if you find the bad ones. But you also have some good seats. I don't know, police station, polisi anasikia hivi story yenu. Ako like surely.
Ujinga.
Hii ni ufala gani?
But my thing is,
ungemwambia pole, mnulie kachai alafu uende.
like genuinely. So I know for sure things like as insurance licensing, like ideally kama insurance expire, you should renew it.
Yes.
If you don't have a license, don't be on the road driving.
Yep.
Drive huko home ama nini. But you don't tell me like it makes sense for there to be people who randomly stop cars that angalia kama insurance iko sawa. I feel it's a weird concept. You know what I mean? It's a very weird concept.
No, it's looking for something. You know, when you look for something, you find it.
You find something.
Unasemanga kwa nini polisi anaenda hapa amepata insurance expire. They're looking for it. Gari zimekuwa jam anabidi tukio. They're just looking for mistakes. They're looking for solutions.
I've ever been arrested at insurance expire. I've renewed that morning. Iko kwa simu. Najua vile nakutumianga email, you go print it.
Yeah.
So sijapata. Cyber zilienda wapi?
Ziko.
So cyber ziliacha coexist because if you realize we don't need papers.
That's
yeah.
So cyber may run out of business Juu kama license yako sasa hizo need kuprint kwenda unaonyesha kwa simu. Yeah. Aya kama sijui ni documents. Kitambo even for business you'd need it now say you had an agency. Ukifanya report you'll need to print report upeleke usubmit. Sasa hizi report unatuma on email. So when is the last time you needed to print something? But kumbuka kitambo almost everything needed to be printed. That's why kwa ofisi kulikuwa na always room ya filing. Copy room. Imeja tu paper saizi kila kitu unaweka una buy storage,
which makes things say kuna failure to display insurance is an offense.
It's an offense,
but it's a retired offense. Like sasa sawa, I have not displayed but I have it.
Yeah, because displaying does not change nothing.
It doesn't change.
Whether we have a forehead uko nayo, you know,
sasa tembea hadi na medical insurance.
You can't tell police that bako uko zile za bat
alafu anakwambia ni sheria
kuibandika kwa kioo. What does it change? But because hapana, you have to, because also them they don't know why. Hapana, lazima weke. Unaweka kwa nini?
Alafu yeye kuambia tu ni sheria.
That is the dumbest season.
But also then it means also pia sisi as a society there's things that we have to keep evaluating. You see same way even tradition wise there's a time when traditions zingine zilikuwa zina make sense. They worked. So we look back we are like apana. Even like female circumcision. I'm like in Kure it was very normal and it was accepted and no one saw a problem.
It's never made sense.
But unaona saizi vitu kama hizo tunasema
people are questioning,
you know what I mean? So even now vitu kama hizo yenye unasema
Luo unajua nilikuwa na ngolewa 6 slow teeth. But we are like wait a bra man, come on man. Why we whistling?
Lakini nyinyi mlikuwa overdo.
No, you know why it was happening? So back then there was an outbreak that came, disease that alikuwa affect wase mpaka mdomo ilikuwa inajifunga. They can't eat. So his space ilikuwa inabaki hapa, ilikuwa nini the dawa and some food. So ilikuwa unafinyiwa dawa nini somehow. That's what I had.
But then,
so later
then what did it have to do with the rite of passage?
Si kila mtu sio ikikupata hiyo ugonjwa leo unapata kufika age fulani.
Okay.
So ikikupata hapo inapata you're ready man. You're ready for medication.
So wajaluo wako wana employed as policemen. Because who had a complete set of teeth?
Who will be running? We are driving nylots. At the run around the field so you can be a police.
It was driving nylots.
But the majority of police are not even Luos.
True. Yeah, true.
Yeah, tumejua wametokea wapi.
Who will they change?
That is why most police walikuwa wanaongea hivyo. Do you know? Okay, let me tell you an interesting story. Do you know why? Siku hizi wamechange. Sasa kuna majenzi police wanaona TikTok wanaongea. Bina rada nini? Kama ilikuwa kichana kwa chapu unatoka wapi? Mbona hata ebo kati umesimama?
Yeah, ilikuwa the same.
Usiku ni watu watatu wanatembea, kuna polisi mwizi, alafu na mchawi wewe ni gani? Kwa sababu wewe si polisi, wewe ni mchawi na wewe ni mwizi. Kuja hapa, mbona naangalia ofisa namna hiyo?
Yeah.
Mbona mimi napiga kwa vina wewe hapa nalia? Iko nani kwa vuko na tembea na banki? They were talking like that. They were and then every person when they were being recruited to be in the police force, they would assume for you to be a cop you have to talk like that. Wewe kichana kwa chapa. Mbona naita wewe raia?
So hata kama si
raia kuchapa.
Na sasa hiyo
now
baji na soma.
Now do you know why that happened?
No.
So when Moi was putting a bunch of people in the police force, and they were from that side, and they talk like that. And majority of the people who are the bosses were sounding and talking like that. So when you get indoctrinated, you feel, for me to be cool and feel like I'm part of them, so they don't, like I'm not an outsider, so pia mimi naingia. Asante sana afande. Yes mkubwa. Mkubwa nimeangalia tango tu. Yes, afande. Iko namna gani? Sema iko namna gani? Atikijana anasema nini? Atikijana apigana na mamake. Mimi nimeua. Yo mabusu nataka kukojoa. Mimi niambia kukojoa hapo ndani ya cell. Yeah, so you talk like that to impress your bosses and also to interrogate. Then now the rest just came and they found it and every police was talking like that. And that's the most dumbest thing you can ever do, because that means the person cannot construct a proper the suspect was running this way. The bullet was fired this way. They met in the middle.
Bro, we had legendary IGs of police. Remember when they had to give statements?
Ule alikuwa anasema the part guys with the cans. There were guys with the cans, and then we had the good guys with the cans. Now when the part guys with the cans, so au ma IG walikuwa wako.
Last time ukiona news imeandikwa Inspector Kamau.
Yeah. I think Inspector Kanja is the one who has least anaongea normal, kind of. So nowadays ana mapolisi ma friends wangu wanakuwa zile Obinna mazee, umetuchomea, ama noma. Kitambo it's called the brainwash thing I was saying. So when you get brainwashed you think it is cool to roast that way. That is why most of us when you get to a certain age we find sagging cool. It's brainwash. You put your booty out, you don't know where it started, but you're like, oh, let me just put my shot down here. Unaona msema mesaga chini, but it's cool because others are doing it. Your mates are doing it. Or now doing this hairstyle. A lot of young people
Oh
do
wow,
it.
go there.
No, not locks, not locks. Kuna this one that they do in a kama hawa se wa majua kina Central C and the
Like the twister.
braids.
it's like a twister.
What is
Toa
it?
kofia.
Show us.
Let's see what you have beneath.
What do you have?
Let's
So wako na
see.
cornrows.
Central A.
It is Central A.
Oh, they are Kenny. Yeah. Si cornrows zilikuwa
Barasa
za-
anasema flowers to Obinna for sacrificing his movie night to the family.
Yeah.
Man.
Eish.
Then comment yote free anti. Wanasema huyu analala.
Anaitwa nani?
Ni mtiaji.
By the way, Naki, man. Bado ni 19. Come on. This thing is not moving.
Where to go?
But unajua, no, she's going to. Kwa sababu kumbuka, like, program ni a bunch of things. Wewe kwanza
Yeah, so
hujafanya
It's like this.
But I saw some microphones.
So, the way the stream started, 7 p.m. Mutoria piano, 10 minutes on the piano. Then Goofy did a poetry piece for 10 minutes. Then MC Gogo alipeleka set through the entire space
Studio,
to show
yeah.
guys what to expect. We'll be here at different times. Then we did the episode and we'll get tukifanya. Then Omena. Then it's supposed to be
Hey,
3-man
not the
army.
latest driver
Tunaona
in
sasa
town.
unaingia 3-man army. Yeah, Murigi is here. So Murigi has a segment. Then we are going to a performance. Then Murigi tuko na huko ile room nyingine hivi yote utaona. It's a beautiful setup, games nini. So
That is
anti
happening until analala kidogo.
sasa si anaenda kuchangamka huko ndo acha kulala.
Si umchome. Yenyewe macho zako zimenini. Mwasi
Mimi sifanyangi hiyo kitu.
No, but you know my eyes red a lot,
Yeah.
so but niko na eye drops.
But this is
I'll be
fire.
fine.
Yeah.
It's just how shout out to I don't think at all nini because that's a 3-man army. Why they
Yeah.
they have
tried
only
to hold it down for
yeah.
3 men.
They only have 30 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
because that's us we have to continue the program.
Yeah.
Sasa mulete tu Murigi sasa aingie, mwanze tu mapema sasa. Si lazima
Release.
ndio time nyingine. What's the time?
Murigi akuji pod.
Oi,
Murigi
analala
anaenda.
in 3 minutes.
Murigi anaenda.
Leo watoto wanalala 4.
Murigi anaenda
Game room.
Murigi anaenda game room. I think ameenda kubriefiwa. Anaenda kwa room ya games and challenges.
Anaka mchezo. No.
No wait. We have a performance before that, like a musical performance before that. We have Hornsphere. Then now Mwirigi. And then we come do it's Hornsphere next. Ndio. Hata niliona wakiingia. Then Mwirigi, then we have a Q&A. Let me tell you what I can't wait for. We have a karaoke at 3. Oh my god, the way imekwa.
3
3 am tuko na karaoke.
Yes,
Nani
shout
anaimba?
out, okay, all of
Sisi wote.
us.
Boy.
Let me tell you. Ojizo, what song is are you Rick performing?
Na nilisikia to
Nenda
me,
kama mwambie.
and they've asked me to be the vixen. It's about
I'm the
me.
vixen.
Si
Hata
karaoke
nina
side.
dera,
unaweza
na-
kama-
niko
Ai,
tayari.
3 Where? Niwaambia Kingston Town. You always go there with the strong. So King you pick Kingston Town, alafu na unbogebo. Yes, ano word ginga nyakwarumo. Do you know?
Hiyo ni rahisi sana.
So you go with what you can.
Hiyo ni rahisi sana.
Kingston Town. No.
So-
Kingston Down.
So I tell these guys, send me the names of the songs
See.
zenye mnaimba karaoke.
Usiniambie Mwasa alituma all the single ladies.
Hapana.
Ai,
Obinna, Mwasa alituma ngoma fulani.
si unajua hiyo ngoma. Just hum it for him.
Mwasa alituma
You know that song?
One tequila.
one word the whole song.
One tequila.
Every time I do karaoke nafanya ngoma and I always mess up.
Yeah.
But you
Juange
get
tilili
tequila
ya
like-
mwisho ni simanga tequila.
Tequila in the environs.
Actually, the last time we were at Jangwani camp,
Yeah.
and then they have karaoke on Fridays. So we left the camping site, tukapanda juu kwenda karaoke. Manze tuko huko kwanza Erosh amefanya karaoke na ngoma yake. So ni performance.
Manze.
Remember? Then Charisma next. Sasa mimi na Mas tunajiangalia tuko like, are we supposed to go up against this niggas? Anyway, so yeah.
Maria naimba gani?
Mariah naimba 2 songs actually. Mariah
Three.
kuna-
Remember
Hey.
we also
Oh, me and Mariah
one.
have
We
one. I
together.
one song. I have one song. Me, I'm doing a Nyashinsky Goat. Mariah has a song, and then we have a song together. Watenda really me and Mariah kupendwa now. Then sasa, so Erosh na Charisma wameshine. Mimi nimeingia hapo nimefanya Nyashinski bar for bar, word for word. Yaani nimetoka hapo hata nikifeel
Wewe
like
nyash.
karibu nipigie Johnny Walker bana.
Kwa kukanja.
Shinsi
Tembea na mimi.
yeah, sasa Mwasa ameingia. Bro, ati yo tequila song ana fumble.
One word.
You know the whole club, hao sasa unajua nafu ni wasapere fulani hivi. Hawako
Wewe
wanaelewa.
unasema nini juu ya sawa sapere?
Hey.
Mi wanapiga Bogebo, Kingston Town alafu na Lady in Red by Chris the Bosch. Those ones,
If it was a Kenyan song, which one would you perform?
Sian Bogebo.
And
Okay, true.
Haya
A
basi
different
hapa
one.
tuendelea ama
Tuendelee.
tuendelee.
Hiyo tuendelee na kuongea.
Another one.
Haya Welo.
Achana na ngoma zangu.
wewe
We don't want your song.
Haya.
assemble.
Haya.
Karibu
Basi
ni
hakuna wa kufanana by wapendwa muziki and me.
Let's do this like a new school artist. Is there a song in someone unaweza jua maybe word for word?
A new school artist. Wow.
Any genget one? Where nini? Even TikToker.
That is like the easiest song to perform.
Okay, you know the choruses too.
No, TikTok ameshinda amependa
Ameshinda.
TikTok.
Wachia hapo.
Mimi usisikile tu hapo TikTok.
Ameshinda.
Alafu na ile kauna rada basi sahi umenino. Kauna basi sahi umenino. Magi.
Hai, si basi tuende basi.
Kiza. Magi.
Hey!
So that one.
Yeah.
Alafu au mangesu wasimame ama wainame.
Acha wainame. Hebu imba basi hiyo ngoma.
Packaging.
Hiyo nyingine.
Hiyo nyingine inakuwa
Those are
one
two
of
different
Sasa karibu utaimba
Actually, no, it's the same song as Legeza.
ananitungulia. Inakuwa something
You know ni packaging.
ataambiwa verse 2 aseme ile ngoma ya Queen Bee Machine natanga.
Queen Bee Machine.
Ama maybe anaimba mix.
Lakini ya choruses imba mix.
Duffy is impressed by
That's crazy.
Kuna hii verse ya Nyashinski hii yenye Gogo ali nini?
Which song?
Hebu mtu yaanze.
Sasa which song?
Sasa-
Hii verse ya Nyashinski ya wanajaribu jina imekataa na washinda na akili na
Na
chapa.
chapa
Hiyo.
hiyo
Hiyo. Alafu na ile nyingine una shock delete umekuja kutulizwa umbwa. Hiyo.
Those are two different songs.
No, I know, but I'm saying like hiyo ingine
Cardinal.
pia ya wakardinali.
Na
So
Alikuwa
hiyo
white boy akioverdue ya Rio anakotoa hicho kidu rakisifanye uingie kwa
Ika kidura kisifanya ingia kwa
Hiyo ni wimbo gani?
soil.
atutishi ruhusa kuguza tunaishi tunasema
tunaishi.
na
Ukiklik juu ya click
Una-
unasundwa
shock delete wamekaa
kuchunguza.
Alisema si shock delete. Kwa Mungu wazi alisema
Shock delete.
shock the leave funeral
Shock
home
delete.
na come
sisi
kuchunguza.
tunasema
What's shock delete?
Shock delete na walisha
Sasa mimi ndo niliuliza.
walisha
I was
delete.
shocked.
I was listening to Calligraph's new album.
yes I love it
There's this jam they've done with
Nyashinski. Yes.
Kuna wordplay alipiga hapo. Nimesahau ni gani.
lakini sahau
But kuna wordplay, kuna wordplay alipiga ni yo.
Msanii ashaipiga wordplay ukapose ngoma ku internet.
uko like
Then kuna pia ngoma ya Ekodida impia.
I haven't listened
he has a new
to it.
song
That song is fire.
we bado anastama ama
Anastama kidogo.
Oh wow.
Kidogo.
yeah
Ngoma inaitwa cha niambie ngoma ya Ekodida.
I know he has a new
I even know
song
he has a new job.
because I'm like Ekodida mastory tunaweza piga pia Ekodida that would be such a good
Inaitwa
idea
Cheka
Something.
tunamkacheka Guevara.
Cheka Guevara.
Ndio hiyo.
There you
yeah
Tunamkacheka Guevara. Da. Can I play it?
Tutakatwa ile kitu.
Sorry, Mariah. Sorry.
tuangalia live unachezanga mambo
Hey.
YouTube
Yes, I always do sometimes. Sometimes I'm like,
but not a full song
no,
like
not
just a few seconds
Don't go to a few seconds. But bado wa inafanywa kwa something.
Exactly.
But sometimes to get it into context, you just have to.
but unasa the difference na wewe is that unaweza start uanze tena hii umeambia wasesi episode ni 24 hours
24
so if the
hours
stream
mic
drops
But mnda kuokota.
sisi
Hey,
yeah
24 hours, man.
yeah
Maseravi.
Na shatu ametu announce ati this is the shortest we'll ever do and then mina marathi.
Oh, alisema hivyo. It's about the money.
Tukianza.
So the money has to be as long as the live.
Sabina.
So this time umwambia ongezeka kilo.
think about it this way
Yeah.
I feel like since the way the pod has progressed
Uh-huh.
every milestone to achieve inakuwa like a few weeks in inakuwa something yenye it becomes very small.
Yeah.
So even with the hangouts, our first hangout ever
30 people.
So people. You go to
So first hangout ever, it was episode 30. Tukasema episode 30 we'll do 30 checkmates. We picked a nice small venue. Of course, called in favors, got the venue needed. We did the production and everything. 30 checkmates.
Yeah.
Now the second hangout tukasema sasa
33
tunalipisha
actually.
33. Tunalipisha Bear District. Small venue, 120 tickets only. Tukafanya. You measure. Now we are planning another hangout. Oh shit, now we need
Not
a bigger...
you.
We. Oh.
You are planning. Tell them so they know now. You sema ndo ajue.
Then we go to NSK. Now NSK, your time 400 people. Tunafikiria 400 people tutapata watu 400. NSK.
The hangout starts at 1. Guys are the ticketing at 11.
Yeah. 11 line imejaa hivi. Aya, then we're like sawa, we have a partnership with DSTV. Pia also we want to zingine tuna charge, zingine hii ni watch party.
Okay.
So tukasema BND watch party free of charge because ilikuwa finals ya Euros. My friend.
Sold out.
3,200, 2,500 people, 3,000.
The big B&D.
The big BND ile ya Kiamburo, ile big.
Wow.
Now tukasema hii ingine we do mass house. Our goal was do 1,700 people because we wanted huko nyuma ikuwa a bit of experiential. Then whatever happened at mass house unfortunately happened, so we had to move rooms to Red Room, which was ready right on time because otherwise
Don't launch, yeah.
Red Room, boom. Now tell me, our next hangout in Nairobi is end of October. Can you go back to Red Room?
No.
Nyayo Stadium.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Sawa Pastor War.
It's true though. So even with the lives, I was like, I just remember when we started because I think Akina Mariah walked in like, okay, this is happening. And then when it started, Akina Mtoria, when it got to Goofy, I was like,
It's happening.
Like
this is actually real. You know, and then we got on the energy. We did the intro, the period episode, the energy, and then just kicked it. Angalia what was happening. Na unakumbuka hii, it's not scripted. We said we'll do an Omena, but we didn't script it. To make up hivi, hatuna script.
Where are you flowing? Do you know on Monday, you guys will be waking up, you're like,
yeah.
So I do that a lot in projects.
Yeah.
I always do that. I'm like, I have to do that. Then I do them. Then now next.
Yeah.
Next. So that thing, dope. The next one, somewhere in the 48 hours.
Aye, 48. I thought to announce
No,
it
but now you sleep in turns.
Okay, tufanye 25 hours.
You know,
Baby steps, guys, baby steps.
someone
That's baby crawls.
Gabantu told me this jana, but I didn't do the math. Alisema 100,000 subscribers, which is what ideally we Mwasa fanye press ups, Mwasa fanye cheki.
Yeah.
Si mimi nasema angalia zote.
Kila mtu. By the I was
Mwasa fanye press ups. Oh, we forgot.
Mwasa anafanyanga push-ups.
Hey, pull-ups.
Okay,
Push-ups,
let's
push-downs.
try the push-ups.
Manch-ups.
Can I just 10? But also let me just put it out there. This is a warning for the guys. Mutasifanye hivi. Hey,
Mwasa fanye nini?
fanye hivi.
Kwa nini?
Omena.
Yeah.
Nimeenda kushika
Honestly,
hivi.
the smell.
No, paka seravi.
Imagine nimempea even me still.
Nimepaka but Omena.
Even me.
Na kwa mimi nimeenda kukupigia pose yangu hivi. Nikasema put the left one, bro. Unajua huwa niko na ile pose ya ile Malcolm X. Kupiga pose ya Malcolm X nikabaki.
Let me ask. How did we end up having this Omena thing on the last episode? Like how ilifika aje? Because I know we told you we're doing a 24 stream. Then ukasema naweza pull up. But then I'm like, how did it end up?
We started debating something about Omena.
Yeah.
So then I was like, me, my Omena slab. So the winner was like, hey, you haven't tasted mine.
Pull your mic.
Then it was like, you know what? Let's see whose
Let's
Omena
do
is
it.
better than.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
No, that's fire, bro.
The genius, of course.
But okay, let's be honest now. Because Mariah's Omena wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. But at least si tulionja inaweza kuwa objective. Mimi nataka kujua watu walikuwa online 65 Obinna percent. Mimi nauliza tu.
No, waliona yake ilikuwa inakaa kama uji. So, okay. Let me say
Ya kwanza
a good place.
Wewe ulipika yako ya kwanza zilika mbichi kuliko vile zilikuwa zikiwa mbichi.
No, ulianza uko like
niko like
Mwasa alikuja na intention Team Maraya. Akaanza huku huku kuna chemuka. Huku ni nini? And I'm just like
Nasema hii chako kwa plate utako kwa dustbin.
Yeah.
Hata dustbin ni shangai mnatupa sahani ama hii.
Let's do whatever. So what Maraya did when Maraya started with the mafuta and kitunguu first, and then she put, I think it was the nyanya or the omena.
No, I put the omena first.
The omena first. I was like, okay, that's strange because now her omena is not gonna be crunchy. Then when she didn't wash it with hot water, I was like, it's gonna have the bitter taste, and then itakuwa ile harufu. So normally you wash it with hot water first, no matter how you wanna cook it.
Then
When
you dry it
it's
with the
not
oil.
deep fried, that's the only time I wash it with water.
You can
Yeah.
deep fry omena.
But you know the ones it was deep fried. It was deep fried, but those people they don't wash it. Wanaichukua venye iko hivyo,
And
wanaingiza
they
kwa
throw it in
mafuta.
oil.
Hiyo mafuta inakuwa black. Then wanaitoa wanaeka kando, then because wana deep fry many. So you have to wash.
But you after washing, you still
After
dried
washing.
first.
Yes, so I put mafuta ikakuwa hot, then now nikaanza kuziporo.
Mimi nakumbuka kupora. I just remember Obinna alikuwa ameweka maji, mimi thought anapika na maji. So nashindwa kwa nini, then anasema inaoshwa.
Hata unaziboa.
Akisema inaoshwa, nasikia tu hapa nyuma mara. Nauliza Rasha brenda.
Mimi geuka hivi barana anambia, "Wacha kuangalia wewe." That's fine. Nikafika shasha. Kugeuka kuangalia hivi naona tu uji. Naona akamwaga ile milk alafu kama uji kama kukoroga hivi nikasema, "We anapika biriani."
I really like
Alafu
my own
akafunika. Sasa hiyo mwasa kusile mwasa kuja kaangalia hivi nyanya zangu akasema, "We Obinna."
Ilikuwa ni kama niko hapo Kempinski alafu naangalia ile kibanda pale chini. Westlands Road.
Setup.
Yeah. But it was an interesting one.
Visually you won.
Yeah.
Tastically too.
Tastically.
My friends, kuna msana anasema mkarinye mlete pebili ya Cairo.
Tulete what?
Pebili ya Cairo.
I beg. You have lost the plot.
Aya. Wanasema tumoignore. Obinna, I'll get some chats, pia wewe get some. Twende wanasema na me type in caps. Chats and ignore. Aya.
Damn.
Menace, Obinna umedi wewe tuko na sponsors leo.
But tumeelewa.
You have understood the question.
Okay, no, leo sija.
That's
Clearly, I've been cooking omena. I've been cooking omena the whole day. Like, yeah.
Ose, Susan Wamboi, mkoshwa trimenami wanakaa mjua kwa live huko hotbox hii IG. Ebule mi action check. What?
For
No,
real.
but by now you should make peace with the fact that they're
Yeah,
not
I mean, I was like,
it's
this
fine,
niggas
yeah.
was
They're
definitely
coming,
not
so-
holding up.
just make peace with the fact that
Program
something
is
happened.
okay.
Mbona mkwalipa?
Atupolipa.
Jumi nimelipwa well.
Obinna. Obinna.
Nimelipwa.
Obinna. But do you know,
Yeah,
like,
malipo ni mingi.
Obinna, but can I be genuinely, I was telling Mariah, Juicy in the house,
Yeah.
I had to make some last minute phone calls because of course cancellations, nini hizo.
Yeah.
And I was like, every single person you've seen on that lineup, you included, first ask, everyone is like, tell me what time I'll be there.
Imagine.
Nakumbuka, even sending, because in 24 hours, there's people you will need to come late.
Yeah.
Angalia nini Honsphere, they have a show tomorrow early in the morning, lakini
Yeah,
they're here
yeah.
at sijui half past midnight.
Yeah.
Mwirigi is here sijui sangap. Erosh is hosting karaoke at 3. Butita,
No, but we did our services at night, so well.
but nimeuliza Butita, yes, bro, asubuhi iko sawa Britain ananiambia bro, whatever time you want me there. This
No,
is big
Butita is
thing.
like
I'll
that.
be there.
Twitter is always,
Everyone was nice, bro. Goofy anaishi Diani. Goofy came, bro.
hey, from Diani.
Goofy lives here. He moved to Diani.
Oh, wow.
Mutoria, cause leo ni Friday.
Yeah, people are
Say
busy,
wote ni
busy.
wasanii. Guys are busy and booked, but guys were like, you know what, we'll be there. So man, we really don't take it for granted.
Honestly.
That is genuine love, man.
You know, Nani called me. What's his name? Your handler.
Tafari.
Yeah.
Call me. Obinna, umefika wapi? I'm like, ilifai kweni leo? Sio time mimi niko hapa kwa gate. Ilifai kweni leo? I'm like, oh shit. Ni nini? Kwani huko? Kama mazi niko Naivasha jo. Akasema tu shit. Wacha niambie Chucks. Nani nikamwambia Iza, niko hapa niko kwa gate. Gate gani? Gate ya huko nje nikamwambia gate nje. We, karibu nimalize.
Oh, ilikuwa kwa magoti. Ingebidi Mwasa pike hizo omena.
Because I can imagine Spotify. Because you see, even the agreement we had with the team is that because the main reason why this is happening is because of the podcast.
Yeah.
So as much as Sisi will make sure it's more fun, keep it engaging, because at least they keep 24 hours. Itakuwa tu monotonous.
That's true.
Is that anytime someone cancels, this is the default. Like you see, Trimenani didn't come maybe. If the next set ni kama ni challenges, if it can't happen for whatever reason, we come back. Yeah, we come back and this is the default.
True.
Yeah, Hornsfair in the building. Shout out. Yeah. Anyway,
Muna's like some hot shorties who are coming on the thingy.
wako.
The strippers watafunga show.
Oh, mastripo watafunga.
Lazima tufunge
Ama mukifika mali melemewe then live TikTok mambo imechemuka huko.
Mwas press ups wamekataa.
Sasa
Wame insist.
sasa
How many can you do actually?
Honestly.
I can do so many push-ups.
Tufanye.
The floor is yours, literally.
kwanza na kuweka yetu na Maria.
The floor is yours literally.
No, literally.
Kwa sababu nitaenda chini nishindo kwa.
You can't even do one push up.
I can do like 15 20.
Si tufanye.
Now?
Yeah.
Can we say sometime during this 24?
Wait.
Utakuwa nini?
Wait.
Tutakuwa
time is
nimebit.
now.
The best time is now for the
Wait.
for the
Kumbe we
conversation.
didn't pull down the votes. Acha tuone. Naambia votes huko ni venye the votes azishow kwa simu.
Me, I'm heartbroken.
Bruh, do you know this is ridiculous? Guess how many votes are in?
How many?
10,000?
8,292 votes. Obinna 59, Mariah 41.
Ha!
Now, my question is,
Yeah.
my question is,
That's my question too.
when we finished the challenge, we were at 3,900 votes.
Yeah.
Our 5,000 people in your vote. Our Johnny challenge.
Wanataka like we're
Well,
voting.
oh, there's a ball. Feel like, oh, me, I like Mariah. We're like, because mbona anafikisha hiyo
We leave the poll until
hiyo
whatever
pole
time.
kama amewin.
Leave it on.
Wacha.
Leave it.
By kesho itakuwa Maria 91.
Kimeibiwa. Utasikia tu by kesho 7 p.m. Utasikia tu Maria mimi. Hapa ya kwamba.
Abela in the lead.
Sasa hii unajua hii ingekuwa vote za Kisumu. Sasa hiyo watu wangekuwa wanapiga sherehe. Baba ameshinda bwana. Baba ameshinda bwana.
Alafu
Kidogo ulale uamke.
hiyo wamehesabu two counties. Baba ameshinda.
Baba ameshinda. So baba bwana ameshinda. Amekaranga ile Omena bwana. Mariah ameona gesa. Then wanaanza
Kesho
kupiga
asubuhi.
sherehe. Wageuka hivi wanasema tu mimi. Na hapa
Hapa ya
ya kwa.
kwamba.
Taongoza.
Stima zinazimango tu once.
Wait, but do you think hii election nyingine walirig?
I don't know, bro. I don't
It's hard to
know.
tell, sindio?
I don't know because the
previous
other
one.
guy didn't have
Yeah.
the government. So maybe yes, maybe no. Unajua pia inakuwa ni mchezo wa akili.
True.
Yeah, ni mchezo wa akili.
even the
Because the other guys
confidence,
had the whole system and
Yeah.
still. So maybe yes, because the other guy was the underdog. You know the underdog always wins. Eh?
But the thing is, the underdog, I understand that when the playing ground is fair. I'm just thinking when you have state resources in of course in a country where let's not lie to each other. Elections zufanywa venye zinafanywa.
Yeah.
It's like if
Yeah.
if for instance he ended up being a good president. Because you say like now, I don't support anything that is happening with them because I don't see anything tangible in another some I'm proud of. But deep down, I want him to succeed as a president because it benefits me. You know, if tomorrow Amuke a change because the presidency is powerful, bro.
Yeah.
Like Evie, na simu moja hivi tomorrow the country could change. So there's a part of me and you like I want Sakaja to succeed because Nairobi could change, unajua.
True.
But then so nasema if he ended up being a good president, ingekuwa one of the best stories ever, bro.
Yeah.
Considering how everything else went and how things panned out, ingekuwa crazy. But what do you think? What do you think? Unafikiria kutakuwa na what new collisions leading up to 2027? Because there's going to be a lot of.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So the first one is the one that is there. Then the second one is the one for Rigiji.
But isn't the one that is there? But isn't the
Then-
guy buying off everyone?
No, there's going to be 3, most likely. So there's
Kalonzo?
one for this side, the yenye iko kwa power. Then there'll be like opposition, which probably Rigiji is positioning himself for, and they'll have like a team. And then there'll be now the other rejects when you saw form yao. Wale wenye, for example, let's say someone like Babu Wino and the likes. Now if they come with their own and say now si tuko na hii, of course there'll be a couple of people who will try and come up with their
But
own.
there's already one. DP.
The one
There's
that-
normally a lot of political parties, but now alliance ones that want to come together. Yes, for example, Kalonzo si atakam na Kalonzo atasema oh whatever. And Kalonzo anaweza simama asema nataka kurun kama president.
Yeah.
Which might not be very good mathematics. But well,
Yeah.
you never know atakuwa backup na nani. Then labda Martha Karua pia anaweza simama aseme.
I'm with this.
Because Martha Karua na Rigiji wako pamoja.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see Martha Karua is the same person who was saying that akina Rigiji are bad.
Yeah. Juicy too. That's the other day.
Yeah, but you look at these guys, he was just changing and everything. And I'm always telling people, the politicians don't really care about you. The sooner you make peace with it, the better. Wakiletea do, we kula yo do, but songa venye unataka kusonga. But ukachini ati, oh my God, unajua nini? Bro, it's not about you.
They've
Forget about
proven
it.
over and over that when it comes Tiniwawan versus Sisi,
Yes,
choose
yep,
themselves.
yep.
And also, and you know, and I used to say this a lot. And when we had Mafrika here, he was very opposed to it. And he had very valid points. I used to say, and I still stand by it, all politicians are the same. They just come from different parties.
Yep.
Yeah, bro.
Because wasn't ambiti ODM politicians are better. I'm like, let's look at development.
Yeah, nothing.
Tell me then ingekuwa day and night.
Yeah.
When it comes to policies, when it comes to when collisions form, they move. They work with the same people they criticize today. Like today, Rigiji ako hivi. 2027 ako back na Ruto.
True.
It is clear, tumesameheana. We're ready to work together, unite Kenyans. You know, we've seen it. We are dividing people. Money talks, bro.
True.
And then wame unite.
It's very possible.
And Kenyans are very gullible. Kuna
That's
watu
the
watasema
thing.
Yep.
We see it and believe it.
You see, like, for example, my people, we were really against the regime. Then when Baba joined, everybody's like, hey!
Yeah, ni sawa.
By the way,
The government is working.
Yeah.
The government, I'm like, wait a minute, guys. We were all saying, wait a minute,
We're
what's
against
happening?
it.
You're like, what changed? Yeah.
Yeah, the government is working. Don't need because they appointed a few of our people and put them in a few positions. Guys are like, yeah. And I'm like, guys, sit back, look at the whole thing, and then go like, no, wait a minute. As much as these people are here, we have ABCD that are still not working, and nobody is looking at them. But now you know how politicians operate, yeah? It's like kama chali kati ya dem. Unampromise, then you can't give her everything umempromise leo. Because madem pia wakishapata kila kitu umepromise wanaboeka. So always remain to be a mystery. So that's why like an MP atakama seme I'll do ABCD, but amejua mimi I'll be here for 10 years. So hii barabara ni 100 kilometers but natengeneza 10. And then napiga cinema niwaambie mkini-elect.
Mtamaliza.
Because umechukuliwa kama babu sasa unajua hakuna kitu anafanya mpaka zizi.
Amefanya kila kitu.
Amefanya kila kitu. So babu sasa hata dudi.
Hebu kwanza akuja tengenezeo barabara iko hapo inakaa sijui aje.
Barabara gani?
No, my Babu's a worker.
Yeah.
I'll always give him that. But my issue is he focuses, and I of course, I mean, when you do it logistically for the votes, and it makes sense for him to focus on the other end of Embakasi East.
Okay.
But when it comes to this other side where it really needs help,
no,
nowhere to be seen.
so this is what happens as well with either the infrastructure of different places. So we have Kura and we have Kera. So Kura normally deal with the main roads. So there are some main roads that even are demarcated zinapita kwa constituency, but it's a main road that only the national government can
do. Oh.
So unaweza pata MP yako hapo mnaambia barabara ni mbaya, lakini if they are not in good terms with the president and the president asemeniaje, because you know presidency also when you get there you first rudisha mkono to your people. O Mwasa alikuwa mso wangu hiyo barabara yako ulisema inaenda wapi? Aya wacha tu, because also resources are limited. So you have to find a way to distribute. So unasema these 2 years wacha tengeneze hii na hii. So unapata barabara ni mbaya lakini your MP can't do anything about it because it's for Kura. When it's for Kera now it's now when it's those to small nini, so it can step in, and then also from there pia anacheza na MC wenye wako side yake na whatever anataka kuachieve. Anasema hii side kuna watu wengi, so nikiunda hii itani serve more, or these guys are more loud than these guys, or these guys wanakwanga tu na wa promise ama watu pia basari au tengeneze barabara au tengeneze whatever. So you always find a way. Politics ni akili. Ukienda pale kama falo na kwanga tu hivi umefika pale umeshatengeneza kila kitu, alafu next time utakuwa lecturer promise to do. Mimi unielect tu tena sasa nitengeneze yangu.
Nizichunge.
Nizichunge.
Dada mimi nataka nirudi nichunge kitu nimetengeneza. Nimetengeneza barabara si ndio? Kuna kitu hamuna? Hapana, kila kitu iko nichukue tena. They'll not. So always dangle the carrot. Kidogo unapeleka dem yako movie. Unarudi kidogo unamnunulia ka chocolate nini unatulia.
I think you know what we need to do?
That's what they do.
I think what we need to do is the idea that was discussed during Ile Euros.
Yeah.
We have a plan. You see the way we had something like Vision 2030. So we say by 2030, this is what we need to do, regardless of who is in
the
office.
president. True.
Like a company. This is our plan for this year. Regardless of whether as the employee will be fired or the CEO will be moved, whoever sits there, this is the plan for the year. And it has to be implemented. Then now it's going to move from individuals
nitafanya
to institutions, and what we need is working institutions regardless of who's there. So there's checks and balances in place zenye hata wewe saizi ukiako kwa president say tunaenda kufumble huko, you know. So I think that's what we need. Like this is the plan for Kenya for the next 5 years. We don't care who's in office because there's checks and balances. So that institution that drives this plan has to make it work.
Might not
And you have
happen.
your KPIs.
Of course,
You
it's
know,
not gonna happen.
what
but
they
if
do
that-
is because
an
it's for their
ideal world.
interest. Yeah, it's an ideal world, but people do things that benefit them. All politicians, they don't do anything that does not. Hata politician chako akuita kwambia mwa scam. Kazi poa mazishika 50k. There is something. There's always an agenda. There's nobody who will just call you and give you. There's this idea that I was thinking, maybe later someone might decide to implement it. What if we decide and take companies and give them things to do in the country that are benefiting the people? For example, Mike Check, you're told, now instead of now submitting the tax, we're going to give you 1 kilometer of road that is coming from this place to this place. This is how you need to make it. These are the standards. This is what. So mnatengeneza from the drainage to the demarcation to, because kitu unapata barabara ziko na hata hazina lights, hazina railings,
It's so
hazina
dangerous
whatever.
driving at night in Nairobi. Kwanza
Exactly.
kukinyesha.
Kwanza Nairobi is even worse, and you're like, why don't you have street lights?
I don't think that there's a complete road in
Hata,
Kenya.
yes,
Even
hata
a
patia tu
kilometer.
wase, hata kani 500 meters. Hata kani 200 meters. Obinna kona 200 meters yake as a company, another person as a company, another person as a company.
Malala.
Then you make it and you maintain it. Unakwambia niaje kama hii barabara kutoka hapa na hapa sina kwanga ya kampuni fulani, mbona iko na pothole. Now you find more people, you reduce the taxes for them so they get to do this other one, because as much as you're submitting the taxes,
You
they're
can
not
see
ending
it.
up to do.
Yeah.
So the other taxes that we give iende kwa vitu zingine kama labda education and other stuff, medicine and the rest. But hizi vitu kama infrastructure, ati kuna street light, kuna nini, those people that are there, you start working from there. Msenda kuweka factory, naambia unatengeneza factory. So from this factory to the main road, that barabara lazima utengeneze. Then main road you have to make like a kilometer. Maybe someone will come and do it and something, and then also now start looking at their waste disposal system.
Yeah.
Hey, kwanza
Because
hiyo.
you're like, okay, so every company has to provide a recycling plant for their waste, whether it is small or whatever. And if you're too small and you cannot provide it, you pull your
Partner with-
resources. You see, mnasema niaje, let's consolidate. Mwasi unatoanga how many kgs every week, uyu every kg. So someone picks them, then they take them to this plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's find a way to monetize waste, where if I bring waste, munanilipa. Bro, every other ninja atakuwa na collect mapipa na matakataka, anapeleka huko ipimwe,
Yeah.
Wapate
alipwe.
that,
And then that waste is being recycled into something. There's waste that's being used to make bricks, shoes, clothes, nini. There's a lot of amazing people who are brilliant and they know that. But the government just has to be very serious and say, listen, this is the amount that is paid. If you bring a kg of plastic, this, na ikwedo poa, you bring a kg of glass, a kg of this, a kg of that, nini. Even hizi zingine, the organic ones, they used to make fertilizer and everything, but they just have to find a way to. And then everybody who has green energy, you're given credits. For example, you have biogas at home. So unapata wasi wa kushago naambiwa, instead of kukuwa na toilet hapo, watu wanafundishwa na hizo ma self-help groups wako nazo na chief nini, venye wanaweza convert it to electricity.
Yeah.
And you do the same to solar energy. Wanasema, oh, nyinyi mnatumia power, what, nini, or this amount, so you get like a credit. So when you go to submit your taxes, they deduct.
yeah.
So instead of just deduct, like someone needs to sit down and now make it make sense, so that it makes people want to clean their shit. I get so angry and furious when I'm driving, then I see someone throw a bottle out of the
Yeah,
car.
it's like,
I'm a
bro.
takataka,
Yeah.
I'm like, not talking flashlights because I don't like honking.
Yeah.
Na flashlights rather, bro. What do you think you're doing?
Honestly, it's
But if
annoying.
this person knows, kuna mtu amekisha kindukulu. Yeah, that's weird.
I can't.
That's weird. My nose is very. Yeah, someone has.
Okay, imefika sasa.
Okay.
Me
Then-
hajafika.
Eh,
That's weird.
I can
Ni dirisha tu, fresh air, my guys.
That's ain't no fresh.
Huyo
man.
jirani huyo.
That's mganja farm. Yeah, so kama msange kwa amejua kwa gari, hizi machupa nikizicollect in the end of the month na hizi takataka zipimwe, nikipata kilo 1 ama kilo 2 napata 1,000.
Yeah.
My friend.
Yeah.
Watu wanaweza kuwa zile za
watu watakuwa najituma.
yeah, but sasa watu wako tu zile za unless ukote chuma uende upimishe, and then ukienda Dandora pia kuna venye wanafanya sijui nini, then it's just a lot of things.
Becomes
Zile za,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's not worth it.
yeah, but maybe someone later will figure out a way to do that.
Yeah.
But that will make people start being self-employed. When people start thinking of, wait a minute, what if?
Unaweza
they
pata
did-
And
hapa.
then you see, starting a business right now, you pay a lot of permits. I don't know how either Sakaja or someone can make it one permit.
That caters for every.
It's just one. When I pay, nimelipia fire, nimelipia health, nimelipia
They were
sijui
supposed to
nini.
go, that was a campaign promise Sakaja had.
They didn't do it.
Consolidate.
They have not done it.
I'm sure, I'm not making
Bro,
it up. They're supposed to
unafungua-
consolidate one permit. Ile tuko na ukuta moja ya permit.
Wait, on this, we have one. As we go this
Okay, yeah, because I know he promised that to consolidate, sindio? Okay.
For business here, I opened a wines and spirit, bro.
I think your liquor is very different.
Kuna ukuta ya ma-permits.
Your
Kuna
liquor
first single
is
business
different.
unit. Kuna ile single business unit. Then kuna sijui alcohol. Then sijui kuna sijui ya corporate sijui kama restaurants sijui if you want it to do what. Then sijui there's one sijui for fire. Then sijui there's need then you have to have a fire extinguisher.
Your liquor is very
So
insane.
just put the things in one and then reduce it. Bro, it's too expensive. Young people cannot open businesses. Like make it very simple for people to open businesses so you have many.
Yeah.
Pull the resources. Like even you see like now the taxes. If they can only figure out a way, reduce the taxes and incentivize more people to submit the taxes. Because ukipandisha mtu akuzile man. Tax. Kwanza nimesikia history ya finance bill 2025 that's pulling up. The things that are there are crazy.
Yes, you newborn tax. I'm like,
Exactly.
Newborn tax.
Yeah.
Hata shamba, sijui nyumba, sijui kifanya nini, there's a lot.
It's a lot.
But if you reduce the taxes, a lot of people will feel like, acha nilipeaka kakitu.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Pole, bro.
Nimoneza amengusha masong sake.
Sisi bado I'm still traumatized from the fire. Nipelekeni pole.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they find a way to reduce the taxes, a lot of people will pay the tax because I'm like, sini 10% of total. Na nikishalipa, you don't have to pay for the whatever. Basa kuna sijui pay as you earn as you pay. So unataxiwa in every place. Come on, man. Yeah, because if you look at the take home, hey bro.
Because it even makes it hard to negotiate a salary.
Unarudia mna 30
Like
bob.
that.
Ukiendanga interview hata unajua mimi nataka ku.
Now, you know what guys are resulting into? I'd rather be jobless.
Yeah.
Mi sina job, so nalipa tax gani? But if more people have these two jobs,
The government will make more.
everything.
That's what they don't understand.
They don't get it. Then they're just like, oh, we need to do this. Oh, speaking of, umona the tariff war.
Yes,
was a
yes.
tariff to
Yeah.
Yeah, tunaongea na US. Yeah, that is
104%.
my guy.
That is some crazy.
nyinyi tunaenda kupigana.
Huyo ni one man.
Hawa tunaenda kupigana na
ni one man.
hey.
Ni one man
Push ups.
hata
Wako hapa. Anyway,
Bro, Iso was a tariff. Me as check TV, I'm like, oh man. It's like Trump wasn't sure. Trump kidogo amepull kitu rezo yetu alikuwa na pull ile yenye anamuka leo na make decision.
like it's foolishness.
And you're like, wait a minute, guys, see, think it through.
Can we calm down with the egos?
Yeah, and you know, America is not a very big producer of a couple of things.
A lot.
Yes, they depend a lot on imports.
Yeah.
And if you put the tariffs on these people, kwanza China. Na China wakasema,
Taimba.
band for band, baby.
Yeah,
Unapandisha. Wakenya kuzili, huh?
Kenyans are so lost.
So guys, can you please still take our coffee?
But only
Anyway.
50% is crazy.
Kwache
Like,
uende.
oh.
Wacha niende because clearly now I'm no longer needed here.
Yeah.
Honsphere wako ready.
Yeah, guys, clearly one man army wameingia.
Hawa time yao imeisha.
Imeisha.
Hawa tunataka tuweke waifanyie Honsphere backup. Sababu Obinna,
Asante kwa kushikilia.
Honsphere ni instrumentalist. Waimbi.
But unajua nini na in affect sana the young talents that we have in discipline. Sasa kama unaona hawa three men army wameingia saa ngapi? Nilifaa waingie saa ngapi? That's in discipline.
Exactly time yao ikiisha.
Yeah, because wamengoja na mlikuwa mwambia time. Same thing, and then still walikuwa anafanya walikuwa na gig.
I think so. Walikuwa
Walikuwa na
Unless kama alikuwa na gig na gig imeoverrun. But kama alikuwa wamechill mali.
Walikuwa wacheza FIFA.
si fair.
Walikuwa wanacheza FIFA. See, watch out of fairness. It has nothing to do with fairness. It's just in discipline. Yeah.
And also because it
Wapi nani kwanza ni mwokote kwanza.
Dante
Dante
ni
kwanza.
rahisi kubeba.
We Dante.
Hata Mike iko hapa.
Umetoka wapi saizi? Umetoka wapi sasa na mademu warembo?
Akona madem.
Dante
We, Benedicta.
Dante
Kuja hapa.
Dante.
Kuja
hapa.
Kuja.
Dante kama
Wagwan mudawa.
hapa kwanza. Wewe hapa kwanza tugokote. Mimi hatu usinigote kwanza.
Na kanina mata tuchekesha tumsamehe.
Watu wanaagiwa mimi nilipatiwa high-five. Tutu ya Omena competition. Me I want my hug.
Walikuwa na gig comedy. Anyway,
Dante umeenda? Oh.
You surrender your title to me.
Wacha ikae.
Title
Hiyo naweza sarenda kunipea vitu zingine ziani.
we, aya, hebu sema your goodbyes.
Yo, goodbyes, guys. Three Men Army are here.
When are you
Walikuwa
coming back?
KMKU.
Honsphere.
I'll introduce you. Unarudi when tena?
Anytime.
Tulikuwa hapa
Allah, your boy,
3
tulikuwa hapa
weeks
last week. Unajua Sama the Havibo. The Havibo.
Niliona title.
Yeah. So anytime, thank you so much for having me. Thank you guys for watching. That was amazing. I've had a good time.
This was fun.
Choka.
So it's fun.
Yeah, karibu alichome pale walikuwa wamepanga but yeah,
That's
well.
crazy. Obinna, genuinely, man.
Fire
I don't
Omena.
even know how to say it. Like, see after each recording to like shit. This is such nice chemistry. Maybe we'll get to do something else, but even the
never
fact
know.
that you stayed for this long, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll feel in the slot. But namkae tu hivi acha nikae na nyinyi tupige story. We don't take that for granted.
No problemo.
Tumie artworks nini za live show pia situsukume.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we shall be there.
Sawa.
We shall be there.
No matter
Now,
what.
ticket. I ain't
No,
giving
we'll
nobody
ask you
no
buy.
free.
Ask you buy tickets. Aya, to introduce a Honsphere, then it was switch to.
Ladies and gentlemen, right about now, our secret weapon for tonight.
Au?
Eh? Umesema chik.
Eh,
Uko sawa?
eh.
Wana perform? Wana roga.
Yeah.
Wajanza bado.
Wako ready?
Oh. Tuendelee ati kuna ma MCs fulani wametutusi ati ma lyrics zetu mazeni za upuzi.
Na heri sisi au wamejama virusi kumangana kila mahali kama mambuzi. Na ningekimya ningenyamaza singejali. Ni venye rap jo ilianza uchangani. Ukaligani, uhaligani. MCs lamga la kuroga. Ni kupata mali.
Rego na kuroga ni kupata mali.
Much love, man.
Omena Kamau.
Asanteni guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. So right about now, these are professional entertainers that we just landed from India. It took us a lot of resources to get them here. So ladies and gentlemen, the first time I may come through.
No, they've been on the pod before.
So for the second time on Mic Check podcast, the live stream, give it up for
Look.
Over 26.
This is
This is the Brunch Club. Over 26.
welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now when you watch it you'll understand.